Hello to one and all. Welcome in and back into the channel, and welcome in to the 2026 LSPDFR full basic tutorial. I appreciate you all coming by, and especially if you guys is new to the channel. And if you want to learn how to mod LSPDFR, you've actually came to the right place. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you all the basic steps and the basic mods, how to mod this game. But we got to go over some certain steps. So the first step you want you guys to do is make sure that your PC is up to date, because there's been a lot of updates within the Windows 11, and a lot of people has been forced to go off from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So you guys want to keep that in mind, and just make sure that your PC's up to date, and make sure you can be able to run this game. The second part you all need to do is you must have a complete and clean version of Grand Theft Auto 5 with no mods in it. Up on this recording on December 22nd, 2025, we are on that current version of 3.725. If there is an update on whatever that update is, you will all need to be on that current version in order to mod Grand Theft Auto 5 and transform it into LSPDFR. Next step here, guys, is the most important one. What I'm thinking in my mind is step 3. You got to have the patience to have and to mod LSPDFR. I know a lot of people who actually drop files in, and their games keep on crashing because they put them in the wrong spot. So to me, this is nothing but patience, and don't care to help y'all out any way, shape, form, or fashion. When it comes to this game, just got to have the patience to actually mod this game. The last step here, guys, is you all got to get past this prologue, and I am showing you all right here on this tutorial. The first part you just seen was the Michael stage, where they actually went in there, robbed that bank, and they had to get away from the cops. And you seen it right there. And then this one right here, the Franklin and Ramar stage right here, where they have to where they race through town together, and then Franklin has to get away from the cops and go to this DMB right here, and then you're going to go drive all the way back down to Franklin's house here, and you're going to enter in this garage here, and then Mamar there, he's going to cuss you out, whip you up, and Franklin's like, what the hell? You're going to go down there and say hi to your mama, and your mama's going to actually ask you to go away, and then you're going to go into your bedroom, and then you're going to go next to your bed, and after your mom put your clothes on the bed, you're going to put your clothes up. And then after that right there, you're going to turn around, snip your armpits. And this is how you pass the prologue on the Michael and Lamar stage. We got that all situated already. Now let's go ahead and start modding inside of our LSPDFR.
1041. Welcome and have a great shift. X-ray 222. Got you en route. Code 99. All units respond. 10-4. Notifying air. We have reports of a suspect that is armed and dangerous. Units, please remain in the area. Dispatch copies. Suspect in custody.
Hello to one and all. Welcome in and back into the channel, and welcome into the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial, on where I take everything apart from my LSPDFR and I start from scratch. I do this every 6 months up to date, and right now is a perfect time to go ahead and start my LSPDFR tutorial. That's what this right here comes in at. Don't care to help you all out any way, shape, form, or fashion when it comes to this game, and especially if you're new to the channel and if you guys is wanting to mod for your very first LSPDFR. You see right there at the beginning of the stage on where you got to go through some go through some stuff. There's a couple more things we need to go through here before we start modding. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. So right off the bat, I'm going to tell you all this first part right here is going to be for Steam users only. I don't know anything about ethics, but once you get into the modding process of LSPDFR, if you're using Epic or Rockstar games, I believe it's the same process as you all is modding. But this part right here is for Steam users like I am. So if you come down to your Steam down here and you go ahead and click on it, and then you're going to find your Grand Theft Auto 5 Legacy, which is this going to be one right here. Now, if you try to do the enhanced one will not mod yet because there's no mods yet for LSPDFR for the enhanced. This is only for the Legacy, and this is what we're going to be concentrating on. So if you guys right click on that and go to manage and then go to browse local files. Okay, when you all do that right there, you're going to see a pathway up here, which is going to be your Grand Theft Auto 5 that leads you into your main directory. All right, now when you first download this game, most common it's going to be in your C drive. So what you guys is going to do is you're going to click on your C drive right here, and then you're going to go to Programs, File Times 86, and then you're going to scroll down here to Steam, and then Steam Apps, and then Common. Your Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be right here, all right? Now, if you're using external hard drive and you put your external hard drive for your Grand Theft Auto 5 Legacy, this is what you're going to do here. You're going to find whatever you drive, you got it in your hard drive. So mine is going to be F as in Frank, and you can go to Steam Library, Steam Apps, and then Common. There, right there is your Grand Theft Auto 5 right there. So whatever you guys is going to do, if you're using your C drive or your D drive or your H drive or your F drive, whatever the case may be, all right, we're going to pin this over to pin to quick access is what we're going to do. So if you right click on your Grand Theft Auto 5 and go to right here where it says pin to quick access, look out here on your left hand side of your computer. You're going to see this Grand Theft Auto 5 pinned over to you, pinned over to your pin to quick access. It is much faster to get to instead of calling out all these pathways. So now if you close out your common folders where we're at, and you come down here to your file explorer, right click on it and go to that pin to quick access Grand Theft Auto 5. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your main directory. This is how we are going to open up things as we are going along with this process. All right. Now, another thing I'm going to tell you all right real quick is I'm doing 2 videos. All right. One for Stop the PED and one for Policy Redefined. The Policy Redefined has took the place of Stop the PED pretty much. But but Policy Redefined, it's got its ups and it's got its downs. To me, it's still a beta process, and people was a little choosy on what they play now. So the reason I'm doing 2 videos is I'm the old school way myself with Stop the PED, and some of you always with Policy Redefined. So really, you all's got a choice in between that. All right. So I don't know what parts is going to be to the video yet. I know this usually this is going the way it's going to be. Part 1 through 3 is going to be the same. All right. Part 4, 5, and 6 is going to be different because of the Policy Redefined, and we'll put some other stuff in there too as well. So let's go ahead. And I think I got everything out of the way. Let's go ahead and close out of your Steam or your Epic or your Rockstar, all right? But like I said, I do not know anything about Epics or Rockstar. So whatever the case may be, go ahead and close out of your gaming platform, all right? All right, now what we're going to do now is go ahead and click on your set of links, which is going to be in the link description down below. Go ahead and click on your first one, and your first one is going to be, we got to have some way to open up our files with. All right. Now there is 7-zip and there is RimWire. What I normally use, I've used RimWire for a very long time. It is free, no cost to you. Even though it says your trial date has been um, uh, already done, but you can still continue using RimWire. This is how I have opened up my files for years, and I am going to continue doing this. So I really recommend RimWire to open up your files. What you guys are going to do is you're going to click on whatever language that you use. Me is going to be English. So go ahead and click on that English version of whatever one you use, and then take it from step by step on how you guys is going to install this. Shouldn't take more than 2 minutes to do, and it's a very easy process to do. The next one you're going to click on is it's time to get started. It's going to be your LSPD first response. This right here is your LSPDFR for the game, for the version of 3725. So, and this is by G17 Media. Scroll down here till you see this file right there, or download this file, that little tab, and then scroll all the way down towards the bottom of the page and agree to download. And then what you guys are going to do is you're going to grab this manual install zip. Once you all get this manual install zip, go ahead and start downloading it. The second one we're going to do is we got to have something to actually to turn on our lights with in our vehicles. And this next one is going to be called Emergency Lighting System, ELS 1.05 by Lieutenant Kane. So you're going to scroll down here. This is a must-have. Go ahead and download the file there and agree to download if it asks you. And then make sure you grab this main file out of that one right there, 1.05. Go ahead and do that. Your next one is going to be your Mexican ELS.ini. This is a great file right here. What this is going to do is it's going to make your lights pop and bounce off buildings, just like in real life, short for IRL. And he done a real good job on this INI file. He's a brother of mine. I've been using it since he's came out with it. So if you guys want this here, go, and I really recommend you all get this. Go ahead and download this file there, and that's going to take you straight into the download. The next one you got to have next is going to be something we got to get our vehicles spawned in and our weapons and stuff like that. And they ain't nothing but Simple Trainer 17.9 version. This right here was updated 1 day ago. So go ahead and download that right there. And then you'll download that tab, download the next tab. That's going to take you straight into the download. Now, this next one right here, it's a must-have to make your script mods, your mods, everything to work. And this is Script Put V. And keep in mind, it does say 3717, but it took me a few days to figure out why my game wasn't working. I finally figured it out, but the 3717 does work for the version that we're on, which is going to be the 3725. So go ahead and download that tab right there and get this right here. Now, once this updates up to the number right there, we'll come back in. We'll actually put the other one in, but this here will work, guys. And your next one you got to have is your Nage Native UI 1.9.3. This right here works majority of the plugins, especially your standalone plugins as well. So go ahead and download the Rage Native UI zip. That should take more than a second to do. And the next one you're going to do is going to be your, let me back it up here, scroll all the way back up. It's going to be your Open All Interiors version 5.1. And what this here does is if you get any call out packs that requires for you to go inside of a building. That's what this here is. It's called Open All Interiors. You're going to scroll all the way down and go ahead and download that tab right here, which says Open All Interiors _ Modeland RAR. And you're gonna wait about 5 seconds, and you're gonna download the other tab. And that shouldn't take more than a second to do. So just go ahead and download that tab right there. Your next one is going to be your heap adjuster 1.0. This right here will not eliminate all crashes, but some crashes. All right, and that's what this here means, and it allows more memory than a heap allows. So this is a must-have here, especially if you're going to do modding after modding after modding. So you need this heap adjuster here. Go ahead and download that tab. Download the next tab, and the next one you need is your pack limit adjuster 1.2. This right here too is a must-have too as well. So go ahead and download that tab and that tab right there. And this next one right here is a must-have. Open 4 or Open IV, however you guys call it. I call it both ways of the stick. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to download that tab right there, and that's going to take you into it. Now, this Open 4 is going to be your back door to your front door of your Grand Theft Auto 5. That's how we're going to actually mods our LSPDFR. There's a lot of stuff in here that requires this, so it can read your main directory and this here too as well. So go ahead and download that. And your next one you gotta have is your game config legacy and enhanced. Remember, we're concentrating on the legacy, and this is going to be this is version 36 right here. You got to have this game config right here. So go ahead and download this tab right there, and download the next tab. The next one we're going to do is our Simple HUD 1.2.10. This one here is a must-have itself. It's optional if you guys want it, but what this here does is it puts all the OCRP postal codes inside of that mini map and show you street names and stuff like that. And this is by Velocity. Scroll down here until you see to download this file there, and agree to download if it asks you, and it's going to take you straight into the download. Yep, it's going to take you into the download. The next one you got to have is your scriptputv.net. This is going to be our This one right here is going to be our script mods. Well, we're going to install some of these in as we go along. So, and it was updated 3 days ago. So go ahead and download the scriptputv.net nightly. Go ahead and get that tab right there. And you must have this Lemon UI source right here too as well. That's your next one. What this here does is this right here makes also our script mods work too as well. So you're going to download this tab there, and then download the other tab and start downloading that. Now your next one is going to be your real AI, real traffic AI. This right here goes into the script mods folder. What this here does is it's supposed to calm down all the traffic that is going on and everything like that, because at first this traffic here is going to go haywire. So this right here is supposed to be maybe tone it down, and this here is by Chris Modden. So scroll down here and download this file right there, and then agree to download, and make sure you get the main files out of this right here, which is going to be the 1.1. Go ahead and get that one, and your next one you need is your custom environment lighting for ELS. Go ahead and download this one. This right here will make your lights more brighter and more pop inside your game too. So go ahead and download this file and agree to download if it asks you, and that's going to take you straight into the download. Next one you need is going to be your universal plate formatter 3.1.2 by Codemaster. What this here does, guys, is instead of that bunched up California plates that you normally see, and it separates it out just like this right here. As you pretty as you please. This is a recommend too as well. And your next one is going to be, oh, make sure you download the file, and then make sure that you get the universal plate formatter right here. Now, if you're British and if you're used to the British plates, you might want to get this one here, but I never got that one right there. Just the universal plate formatter zip, that main file. Your next one is going to be your force first person aim. Now, I like that right there. I like to see what is in front of me, and as you can see, the before and after picture. And it's going to be the after picture we're going to be putting in. So go ahead and download that. And once you all get all those downloads ready, whip that out there on your desktop. And guys, we are going to open up in Rimwire. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start modding inside of our Grand Theft Auto 5 or our LSPDFR. Let's dive right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is, if you guys ain't already shut it down, if you guys have, you're going to come in here to this file explorer and right click on it and go you pin to quick access Grand Theft Auto 5, and there is your main directory, as pretty as you please right there. All right, so now the next thing we need to do now is go ahead and open up your first your first one is going to be your LSPDFR right here. I'm already got my set on how I want to do things, because I don't know how you guys has actually got it placed or anything, but I got these in order on how I'm going to show you all how to put everything in. So the first Rimwire 7-zip you're going to click on is going to be your LSPDFR manual install. Go ahead and click on that one. And then you're going to take everything in here, and you're going to deselect the license, left control and click on the license, and deselect the rph underscore readme.txt, left control and click. The rest of the file should be highlighted. You're going to left click on it, drag and drop inside of your Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory. Now, before you drop it, guys, let me tell y'all something. You're going to make sure you got a nice bumper zone out here on your right hand side of the column where I'm at. If you highlight a folder like this right here, and if you drop any files inside any folders on what we're doing, you'll have to start all over again from scratch. So you can drop it right here in the middle. I'm going to drop it right here in the middle. It's not going to hurt anything, just as long as you don't highlight a folder, then drop it. I always recommend you all to do a bumper zone out here on the right hand side, or you can drag it right here in the middle. Or whatever the case may be, go ahead and drag and drop your LSPDFR inside your main directory. And then, ladies and gentlemen, you just installed, if you ain't done it before, your first ever LSPDFR. And guys, you will not regret this done whatsoever. And let's go ahead and continue on. Go ahead and refresh on your main directory, and then close out of your manual install zip. The next one we're going to do is your ELS version 1.05. Open that up and open up your installation files and your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. You're going to take everything in here except for the two dots above. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory. Go ahead and refresh on it and close out of your ELS folder or Rimwire 7-zip. Next thing we're going to do now is our Mexican ELS. I. Go ahead and click on that one. And then you're going to open up the folder here. And you're going to take this ELS.ini file. That's the only one you're going to take. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory. And then replace that ELS.ini file. Go ahead and replace it. Refresh and then close out. The next one you need is going to be our simple trainer, which is going to be the trainer beam. Go ahead and open that one up. And then the only two you need out of here is your trainer V ASI and your INI file. That's the only two you need out of here. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory, just like that, and then refresh on it, and you see how this is already growing in. And you just got to be careful not to highlight a folder when you drag and drop. All right, now go ahead and close out your trainer V. Your next one is going to be your script put V version 3717, but it will work for the current version of 3725. Go ahead and open up your bin folder here, and the only two you need out of here is going to be your dinput8.dll and your scriptputv.dll. Now control and click. That's the only two you need from out of here. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory, just like that. Refresh on it, and then close out of your script put V. The next one we're going to do is our Rage Native UI file here. Go ahead and click on that one, and then you're going to click on only the Rage Native UI.dll. That's the only one you need. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory. Refresh on it, and go ahead and close out of your Rage Native UI WinWire 7 zip. Now, the next thing we need to do now is we got to create a scripts folder for our game, for our script mod. So somewhere here out here on your desktop, I've already got one created. Go left click, right click, and go ahead and create your new folder. Go ahead and create that one and name this all scripts. 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 Just name that scripts, and when you all get done naming that, take that scripts folder, drag and drop inside your main directory, and then go ahead and refresh on your main directory. Next thing we need to do now is we need to open up the scriptputv.net nightly. Go ahead and open that one up right there, and there's 4 files you need out of this one. Your scriptputv.net ASI, click on that one. Your scriptput.net your scriptputv.net INI file, left control and click. I'll explain why here in just a second. Your scriptputv.net2.dll and your scriptputv.net3.dll. Left control and click. There's only 4 files highlighted here. You're going to left click, drag and drop over here in your main directory. Go ahead and drop that in. And then go ahead and refresh on your main directory. And then go ahead and close out of your scriptputv.net. Now what we need to do now is the scripts folder we just opened, or we just got put inside of our main directory. Go ahead and open that up. And your next one is going to be your Lemon UI. Go ahead and open that one up. And what you guys need out of here is a scriptputv.net 3. Now, if you're using Rage, I believe that's for Rage plug. If you're using Rage, you can do that, or Rage plugin hook. Just click whatever yours is yours. But for me, it's going to be scriptputv.net 3. Open this one up here, and you're going to take every one of these Living UI files right here in your XML. Left click, drag and drop inside your scripts folder, just like that. And then go ahead and close out of your Living UI. Your next one is going to be your custom environment lightning zip. Go ahead and open that one up. And all you need out here is going to be your DLL. That's all you need out of here. Left click, drag and drop inside your scripts folder. And then go ahead and close out of that RimWire or 7 zip. The next one is going to be your Real Traffic AI 1.1. And then go ahead and open up your scripts folder here. And all you're going to do is take that DLL. That's all you're going to do. Left click, drag and drop inside your scripts folder. And then go ahead and close out of that one. Your next one is going to be your first person name. Go ahead and click on that one. And then you're going to take this DLL only. Left click, drag and drop inside your scripts folder. And then you close out of that one on your first person name. Go ahead and close out of that one. And your last one is going to be your universal plate formatter. Go ahead and click on that one. Click on your folder here. And all you need out of here is going to be your DLL file. That's all you're going to need. Left click, drag and drop inside of your scripts folder. Go ahead and refresh on your scripts folder. Now, if you take this Grand Theft Auto 5 tab right here, you see right here, if you click on that right there, that's going to also bring you back into your main directory as well. Just go ahead and refresh on the page, and then your next download inside your RimWire 7-zip is going to be open all interiors. Go ahead and open that one up, and the only two files you need is your open interiors ASI and your INI file. Left control and click. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory, and then refresh on the page, and then go ahead and close out of the open all interiors. Next one is going to be your heap adjuster right here. Go ahead and click on that one, and then there's only two files in here for this one here, your heap adjuster ASI and your INI. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory, refresh on it, and then close that one out. Next one is going to be our pack limit adjuster. Go ahead and click on that, and then you're going to take only two files out of here. Go ahead and drag everything up, and then deselect the readme.txt. Left control and click. It should be the pack limit adjuster ASI and your INI. Left click, drag and drop inside your Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory. Refresh on it and close out of your pack limit adjuster RimWire or 7-zip. And then now what we need to do is we need to go ahead and open our, let's go ahead and set up our open for. So go ahead and bring this down for now, your main directory. Go ahead and bring it down for now. Don't close it out. Just minimize it. All right, now what we're going to do is go ahead and open up your OpenIV exe. Go ahead and open that up. It looks like a CD. And then you're going to choose your language. If you speak Russian, go for it. Me, English. I'm going to hit continue. And then while it's preparing everything right here, and then you're going to accept the terms. Make sure you read the do's and don'ts and whatnots and stuff like that. And then go, I accept terms, and then continue. And then you want to keep it in the same pathway right here. All right, you want to keep that in C. And then I want to click on anything else. Click on continue, and then download the 20.4 megabytes. Go ahead and hit yes. Now that might take a few seconds to do, depending on how fast your computer is. And then go ahead and close. Go ahead and hit close on this right here. Now you're going to see this OpenIV one right here. What to do to this one is go ahead and drag and drop down here in your taskbar. I always recommend your taskbar for your open for it. So I'm going to drop mine right there, and then you can go ahead and delete this one off of your desktop. Go ahead and do that. Now go ahead and open up your open for from your taskbar and click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 for Windows. All right. Now it's going to ask for the location of your Grand Theft Auto 5 pathway is what this is doing. So if you guys click on browse here, now it may take you straight into it, but we're not going to do that. I'm going to show you all how to get to it again. All right. So for if you got your Grand Theft Auto 5 in your C drive, you're going to click on your C drive, programs file times 86, and then you're going to go to Steam, and then you're going to Steam apps, and go into common. Your Grand Theft Auto 5 is going to be right there. You're going to click on it and then wait on me. All right, you're going to wait on me. For external hard drives users, you're going to click on your external hard drive, whatever you got one in. Mine's going to be F as in Frank, and then Steam library, Steam apps, and then common. Right there's your Grand Theft Auto 5 right there. And then I'm going to click on mine. And that's all you need to do right there. All right. Now, once you click on Grand Theft Auto 5, do not select another folder after that. And then go ahead and select folder. Now, if this right here turns green, that means you guys done it right. If it turns red, back up a few seconds in this right here, and then redo it again. So if it's green, you're gonna hit continue. Don't close out. Just hit continue here, and it says don't forget to back up your original files. Hit continue here, and then that's going to take you straight into the open for source, which is going to be searching that encryption key, make sure it's all good and everything. And here we are right here. All right, now what we need to do is let me make this big. And then what you guys are going to do is you're going to click on tools first, and you'll go to options. All right. Now, if your default work mode is in read only, go ahead and drop down that box and click on edit, and then click on close, and then go ahead and turn on edit mode, and you will always be in edit mode every time you come inside of open4. All right, now right here we got, this is important too, right here where it says install plugin for GTA 5, your ASI manager. You all can do that right there if you guys want to, but my OCD tells me I want to go to tools, and I'm going to go right here, this tab right here where it says ASI manager. I'm going to click on that right there, and if your ASI loader says install, you want to go ahead and install it. You want to do that, and your OpenIV ASI, which is going to create that mods folder that we actually need. So that's important. You're going to click on that one, and you're going to click on, and make sure both boxes are ticked right here, and then click on yes. And then your open camera is going to be your Rockstar Editor camera. You want to install that, and once you all install everything, go ahead and close out. One other step we need to do right real quick is if you go to tools and go back into options and go to this mods folder tab right here, you're going to also make sure these right here is also checked. Both boxes is checked inside of this mods folder right here. Go ahead and close out of that. And then what we need to do now is open up our next download, which is going to be our game config. We need this one open, so go ahead and open up that one, your GTA 5 game config. For Safe House in the Hills. Go ahead and click on the GTA 5 config folder here, and then you want more mods, or more mods. So I'm gonna click on that. Now, if you guys want more traffic inside your game, you can. If you want more traffic and PEDs inside your game, however you guys want to do it, we'll close that out. However you guys want to do it, it's totally left up to you. But I'll always take this stop traffic means GTA base. So I'm gonna click on this here, and right here is your game config folder, gameconfig.xml. Come over here to your open4 and click on your following folders and files that we need to go to for this pathway. So go to update, go to update.rpl. Now, if it says copy the mods folder or show a mods folder, do one or the other. Mine says copy. I'm going to copy mine over, and it might take a minute or two for it to actually get copied over. And I know I sound like a broken record or a skip CD sometimes whenever I'm doing these full tutorials, but I just want to make sure you guys actually get it in the right pathway of where you guys need to be, and make sure that you are actually running your game smooth. So let me thank you all right real quick for trusting me to help you all out with your Grand Theft Auto 5 / LSPDFR as we are continuing to mod inside of our game. Go ahead and click on your common folder and click on your data folder right here. Now, your gameconfig.xml is going to be right here. What to do right real quick is take this gameconfig.xml, which is going to be the original file when you first start up, but I recommend everyone to actually save your gameconfig.xml when you first do your game. just go ahead and take this right here, left click on it, and drag and drop inside of your desktop. Just do that for right now. I've always got a reason for it right there. So make sure you do that one right there. And then once you all do that, come back over here to your Vroom-Want or 7-Zip and take this game config right here, XML, drag and drop inside of your Open4, and you might see a kilobyte change from 93, and you're going to see that compressed encrypt. Now it's going to be compressed. That means you actually got it in. Now before we go ahead and make this as a favorite and go to tools, or I'm sorry, go to favorites, go to add the favorites, name that whatever you guys want, but let me make a recommendation. Name this game config /DLC list, because it's DLC list.xml is also in here too as well. So there's a lot of stuff that requires the DLC list. I got plenty of tutorials on that one too as well. So let me just recommend you all to name this right here. And when you all get done naming it, go to add, and then go ahead and click on this GTA 5 tab, which is going to be right there. All right, and that's going to bring you back right here to the home page of your Open4. Now go ahead and close out of your game config here. And then what we need to do next is going to be our simple trainer right here. We got to install this one. So go ahead and open up your Simple HUD and open up the Simple HUD folder. All right. Now, what we need to do is click on your props and textures. And then we're going to take this part 1 right here. We're going to take this part 1. You're going to left click, drag and drop over here to the Open4 and let it file in. And then there's your part 1 out there. You're going to go to install. And then you always want to select mods folder. If you go to this game folder, which I showed you all right there on how we actually block it, right there, if you click on games folder, it's going to mess you up too. So you always want to select mods folder. So select on mods folder and confirm installation. That is going to install Simple HUD part 1. And then once that gets done, guys, go ahead and close out. And then somewhere out here on your top up here, on top of your Open4, all you're going to do is just click on it just to wake it back up. Next thing we need is our Simple HUD Part 2. That's the installer. Open IV, left click, drag and drop inside your Open4. And then you're going to go to install mods folder and then confirm installation. That is going to be your part 2 of your Simple HUD that requires it. And then go ahead and close out. Now come up here to your arrow right here if you're using Vroom-Want or 7-Zip, and go one level up or go back in your 7-Zip. All right, now the next one we need is our add-ons. Go ahead and do that. And then we're going to install this postal map. Go ahead and click on that. And then we need this postal map.OpenIV or Open4. Left click, drag it. Now if you get this circle with the line through it, it's what I call a do not enter sign. Once again, just come over here and wake up your Open4 by clicking somewhere right here on the top. Left click on your postal map, drag and drop inside of your Open4 just like that. And then you're going to go to install mods folder and then confirm installation. Now this might take a few minutes. It usually does on my end, as it is installing the postal map for our mini map, which is going to be the OCRP postal codes and street names and stuff like that. And then once that gets done, go ahead and close out of your postal map here, and then go ahead and go up one level. And now we got to take this subtitle overfix. We got to do this one here, and then you're going to take this install subtitle overfix Open4 file. Left click, drag and drop inside of your Open4 just like that, and you're going to click on install mods folder and confirm installation. That's how you're going to do that. And then while that is putting in, that shouldn't take too long to do, guys. And then go ahead and close out, and then go back up one level here. And if you guys has got a widescreen monitor, you might want to put this into as well. Just go over the same steps. I ain't got a widescreen here, but I'm going to show you all how to do it. But I'm not going to put it in. So for your widescreen, you're going to take this file right there, drag and drop, and you're going to go to confirm. You're going to install mods folder and confirm installation. That's how you guys are going to do that if you guys got a widescreen. All right. So whatever the case may be, and then you're gonna go back up one level again, and then go ahead and click on this Grand Theft Auto 5 folder here, and then you got two files. You're right there. You're at your ASI and your INI file. Go ahead and exit out of your open4. We're done for now on this one, and then go ahead and bring up your Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory. I told you all to actually minimize it. If not, come down here to your file explorer, right click on it, and go to that ping to quick access Grand Theft Auto 5. So you're going to come back up here to your RimWire or 7-zip, and then take both of these files here, your ASI and your INI for Simple HUD, left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory, and then simply let that file in. Go ahead and refresh on your main directory, and then go ahead and close out of your Simple HUD. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get started on eliminating our files or inside of our LSPDFR main directory. First thing you're going to do right real quick is go ahead and click on this small caps LSPDFR. Go ahead and click on that. And go ahead and click on your keys configuration known as your INI file. Go ahead and click on that, and let me make this one big in just a second. Go. All right, so pretty much what this is right here is we're getting ready to install Stop the PED, Ultimate Backup, and Copyright in the first video of this, and the second video is going to be Police Redefined and Report Plus. So a lot of keys here on what we're getting ready to change is have to do with some of them, but not all of them. So we're going to go through this as slowly but quickly as we can, because I know I took up a lot of time. And usually this first part here, it lasts a good while, because I like to go through everything just to make sure that you guys is up to speed and up to date when you're installing LSPDFR. And just remember, you got to keep the calm and patience while you're doing this, because you don't want to mess up any whatsoever. So right up here where it says pursuit menu key equals N, we're going to highlight that N, type in the capital N, O-N-A. While you're at it, highlight that none, hit left control C and Charlie to copy that word none. Come down here where it says pursuit menu controller key, D-pad down. You guys don't want that in there. Because of the reasons I just said. Left control V's and Victor for no on that one. Come down here where it says crime report key equals B. This is on your keyboard. Left control V's and Victor for none on that. And then crime report controller key equals right thumb. Highlight that if I could pick it off here. And then left control V's and Victor for none on that one. All right, and then we're gonna come down here where it says perform rest. P equals E. I like that E. Left control V's and Victor none on that one. And perform rest controller key, we're gonna leave that, but come down here where it says perform frisk. Equals Q. Left control V's and Victor on that one. And to perform that frisk where it says D-pad right, highlight that D-pad left. Left control V's and Victor on that one. See what I mean about almost making a mistake right there? And then stop pads key equals E. I like that. Left control V's and Victor. And then stop pads controller key, D-pad right. Highlight that D-pad right. Left control V's and Victor, none on that one. And then chase abort join. Controller key. D-pad left. Highlight that D-pad left. Left control V's and Victor on that one. And then accept the call out, D-pad left, just leave that one. Now this is the tricky part down here. Let me scroll down a little bit. Where right here where it says traffic stop, start, key equals left shift key. Alright. You all can leave that if you want to. There's some other people will tell you just leave it alone. Me, this is what I normally do. Highlight that left shift key and go ahead and type in a F4 key. All right, go ahead and type in F4. Your F4 is going to pull your vehicles over. To start the traffic stop. All right. So you all can leave that as default. Anything we do from here, you all can leave it, or you all can change it around to whatever your heart desires on. But you don't want, say, for instance, traffic start key equals F4, and it come down here where it says traffic start controller key, and you want to add that to, say, like you want to do that to a F4 too as well. You don't want to do that because you're going to clash in with a lot of functions that you guys don't want to have on there. So, and what I'm doing here is pretty much the less on my controller, the better off I am. But like I said, some of this right here, we're getting ready to install Stop the PED, Ultimate Backup, Callout, and the other video is going to be Police Redefined and Report Plus. So traffic stop key equals a left shift. You guys want to change that over to L4, and then traffic start key controller key. Hit left control. V is in Victor. You don't want that on your key on your keypad on your controller. Okay, and then traffic stop interact key equals E. Highlight that E. Left control V. And then traffic stop interact controller key. D-pad left. D-pad right. Left control V. Alright. And then come down here next where it says computer. Toggle police computer key equals Q. Highlight that. Left control V is in Victor for none. And then down here where it says toggle police computer controller key equals X. Highlight that X. Left control V is in Victor on that one. Your backup key right here, you don't need that on there as well. Left control V. And then your backup menu controller key, right thumb. You guys don't want that either on your right thumb there on your controller. Left control V. All right. So if you made any changes on here, go to File, go to Save, and then close out. The next thing we're going to look at is the small caps LSPDFR I and I file. And let me make this one big and ready to go. Now right here where it says main preload all models equals true, highlight that true and type in a false. Small caps FALSE. The reason why we're doing that is because if you leave that on true, it's going to be a tester loss inside of your game. So that's the reason why we changed that over the false, so you won't hardly had any. All right, now you're going to receive some, but once you install graphic mods like QuanV, a Reshade, Core FX, stuff like that, you're going to receive a big texture loss. So that's the reason why we changed that over to false. And then down here where it says disable player flashlight override equals false, we'll come back to that here in a bit when we'll change that over to true. And once we install Stop the PED, all right. And then I wouldn't recommend anybody else do any changes on this one down here. So go to File, go to Save, and then close out of this. and then go ahead right here inside of this one right here, which is LSPDFR configurator. Go ahead and click on that right there. This is pretty much what I was talking about earlier in a video about the setup.exe. All right, this is the same way. This is the same way that it is in the setup exe, but this is the manual one we're doing. So, and the reason why we're doing this right here, I'll tell you all here in just a minute. So, what you guys is going to do is, if you want this right here, you're going to click on next, and you're going to show the license. That's going to bring up that disclaimer there for the very first time, where we could be asking your firstborn. I wish you would. So we can go from there. But once that gets done counting down, go ahead and hit accept, and then it's going to tell you next right here. You're going to change the settings, everything like that. You're going to do it for me. So it's going to do it for me. Go ahead and click on that. And then LSPDFR has installed successfully. Go ahead and click OK. And that's going to automatically close out. Now go ahead and go one level up on your LSPDFR folder and come back right here to your Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory. The next one we're going to look at down here is going to be your Rage plugin hook configuration setting known as your INI file. As you can tell right here, this is going to be set up as F4. All right. So we're going to change that F4, and I'm going to put in a F2. All right, because that is going to bring up the Rage plugin hook console inside of our game. All right, and while we're doing this, I'll show you all here in a little bit, and I might be able to tell you here in just a second. So right now, that's going to be an F2 key. If you guys want to change it, made any changes to this one, go to File, go to Save, and close out. And then come down here to your scriptputv.net configuration settings. Go ahead and do that. And then right here where it says it specifies the key to open or close scriptputv.net console. See, this has also got a console in it too as well. There's a few F4s in here. It's going to clash in here. So I would recommend this F4. Hit left control V's and Victor to paste that word none in, and you won't have no worries on that. And I just leave everything else alone. Go to File, go to Save, and then close out. The next one we're going to work on will be the last one in here, which is going to be your Trainer V INI file. Go ahead and do that right there, and then make this one big. Now right down here where it says menu key 114, change that 4 over to a 2 where it's a 112. That is part of the keys neon. How this is set up, and what it is, it's your F1 key. And right here where it says enter menu default key F3, just change that 3 over to a 1 because that is your F1 key. Now down here where it says hide menu key, that also brings up another, it's got 2 parts in it. I don't know why it's like that, but you're going to change that 115 and simply hit left control V's and Victor, place that word none in, and it come right here where it says hide menu default, F4, left control V's and Victor on that one. All right, and you won't have to worry about that other menu. All right, because to me that clashes with it. Okay, and then what you're going to do next inside of this notepad, hit left control F as in Frank, and then right there you see it right there. But we're going to actually type it in. We're going to type in spawn, SPAWN, and then the letter A. Hit enter right there, and you're going to see it. Spawn a driver key equals 33. Then what this here does is right now is if you leave it as that and you try out your game here in just a minute, you're going to go They're going to come to you and they're going to start attacking you every single time you get out of your vehicle. And if you guys don't want that at all, I know I don't, hit 0 on that one right there. So it should read spawn a driver key equals 0. You have no problems on that. And then down here and then right down here, it's just a little bit more down where it says add waypoint equals 34. This is going to add a waypoint to your mission marker by hitting, and when you hit page down, that's going to be like a mission marker lot. But there's a lot of these call outs will automatically have that mission marker on there for you on where you need to go. So if you highlight that 34, type in a 0. Now, just in case if y'all can't find it, you come up here to the search bar up here. Let me scroll up a little bit. And what you guys are going to do, you guys are going to type in add way and hit enter. And that's going to highlight just like that right there, just in case y'all can't find it. So that's where we're at right now. That's what we're doing. If you guys if you guys don't want it, just leave it as that number. Made any changes on here, and I would not do that much changes on here. Go to file, go to save, and then go ahead and close out of this. All right. All right. The next thing you all want to do is you're going to locate your Rage plugin hook inside of your main directory, just like this right here. You're going to hover over it, left click, right click, and go to show more options. When you all do that right there, just pin this down here to your taskbar. What this here does is it's going to be a quicker way to get inside your LSPDFR without going inside of your main directory. So you can move this anywhere on you want to down here on your taskbar. I'm going to put mine right here beside of Rage plugin hook. I'm sorry, Rage Rockstar Games Launcher, should I say. And then go ahead and close out of your main directory. And go ahead and open up your Rockstar and automatically hold your left shift button key in to bring up this disclaimer. Once that countdown gets done, I just read that right there, the do's and the don'ts and whatnots, and go to accept. And that's going to take you into Rage plugin hook settings. Now, if you five guys is following me, your console key is going to be F2. If not, defaulted to F4. Your timeout threshold, you want this set at 60,000. Just highlight that one and go to 60,000 on that one so it can have more time to load in and a little bit more smoother as it goes. Now, if you click on your plugins folder right here, this plugins tab, you're going to see this LSPD first response. This is a standalone plugin, which we're going to be doing on the next part of this series. So if your bubble looks like that right there, you're going to click on load these plugins on startup, and make sure that is checked, and go down here to save and launch and hit OK. And then guys, I will see you all inside of your very first, if you're installing this for the very first time, inside of our LSPDFR.
Yo, bitch!
Alright guys, welcome inside to your in-game showcase number 1 inside of our LSPDFR. Appreciate you all tuning in. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. So if that phone rings right there, do not answer that phone. You guys do not want to start a mission by no means. So what to do is you're going to load in to wherever you stopped at inside of your Grand Theft Auto 5 game. So you're going to hit escape on your keyboard and go to LSPDFR tab and then go to nearest police station. Excuse me. Once that comes into about right there, it's going to take you into the closest police station that where you are, and mine's going to be on the San Andreas Avenue right here. And as I am working out here, and then Don't answer that phone, whatever you guys do. I'm just trying to hurry. And then once you all get up to the doors right here to your local police station, you're going to hit D-pad right. Once you hit D-pad right on this one right here, it's going to take you into the locker room. And then you're going to go on duty. And then was consuming coffee and donuts. And you're going to go into your LSPDFR character stage right here. Is going to take you into the mud shot room right here where you get your picture taken for your mud shot. And then you're going to either select male or female on yours. I'm going to go and then go to header dids. You're going to pick your LSPDFR mommy and poppy, whatever the case may be. Normally mine is going to be Sophia and Claude on mine. That's the two on mine right there. And your resemblance, any way you want to set your resemblance to, you make it look like your mom or your dad, however you want to do it. And then you're going to hit backspace on your keyboard or B on your controller to go back. And then you're going to hit the features right here. Now, I play all standard on mine right here. I don't do much to mine on. So you're going to do all 11. Unless you want to go through the process, you can. And the appearances down here, I normally pick the... if I can find it right real quick. I always go the wrong way on here. It's going to be the bald head. What I normally pick, because in IRL, I normally do have the bald head. There it is. So I got it right here. So you're going to come down here. Your next one's down here. Whatever your heart desires on. You can have skin damage if you guys want to. Or you can have moles on your face, freckles on your face. And your eye color down here, whatever your heart desires on. I always go with those hazel's eyes. I like it myself. You got the lipstick and makeup for your women. And then I want to back out of mine, go save it, continue. And then you're going to name this whatever you guys want to. I'm going to name my character, which is going to be Speedy Ice, just like that. And then you're going to use your character. Once you get into your get into character mode, it's going to take you back into the locker room where you're going to select vanilla outfit here. So go into your police locker and then LSPD what you want, and then there's the cop, and then go down here to confirm, and then go to police garage after that. Once you do that right there, the vehicle you guys want is that valid police cruiser with looks like it's got cheese holes on the top of it or bullet holes on top of the bar lights. That's what you guys want. And then come down here to components down here, and you're gonna turn off the Extra 1 and Extra 2 is what you guys is gonna do. This is the shortest thing that we can do right now for ELS vehicle inside of our game until we install more vehicles coming up later on in this series. So you're going to select and continue right here and welcome into your very first ever LSPDFR. What you guys is going to do now is, so we won't be interrupted, hit M as in Mary, go down to police radio, and down here where it says available for calls, go to no on that. And if you go to action as I'm getting out of the vehicle, if you'll let me, not yet. You go down here to action down here. This is going to be your action for your radio action. So if you want to, it's going to raise his hand up on the shoulder here, chest, earpiece, stuff like that. I like the earpiece myself. So I'm just going to leave it on earpiece, and then, or you can just leave it as none. But I'm going to go to earpiece on that one, and then back all the way out, and this should automatically say for you. All right. And that's for grammar police right there. All right, so let's dive right into it. So the first thing you're going to do is we're going to try out ELS right real quick. This is stage 1, which don't do nothing. Stage 1 is going to your ELS to turn on your lights is going to be your D-pad left. So I already turned on stage 1. Right here, stage 2. Now, as you can tell As you can tell, the Mexican ELS and that custom vital and lightning is already working. Look, them brights already popped down here, and we're going into evening time down here. And if you turn it on again, that's going to be your full stage 3. That is all your lights right there on this vehicle for now. All right. Now I'm going to hop out of the vehicle right real quick. And then let's go into Simple Trainer, which is going to be the main attraction to this. So if you hit F1, let's say you left it as default, it's going to be F3 for your Simple Trainer. And what you guys are going to do is you're going to hit the options, go to God mode if you guys want to play in God mode. And then go ahead and hit, I'm going to say this one time, on your numpad here. If you want to go 2 on your numpad to go down, 8 on your numpad to go up, and then 5 select. All right, and this is all on numpad. 6 on your numpad to go right, and 4 on your numpad to go left. All right, so let's go right. And then what you guys want to do is go up here where it says show Fort Sancudo on prison map. Do that one and then reveal full map. That full map will be revealed now inside of our game. Hit 0 on your numpad to go back 1, and then go down here to vehicle options. I always play in God mode on my vehicle. And if you come down here to God mode settings down here, put that in auto clean, so your vehicle will always stay clean. Now go right on your Simple Trainer, and then you want to do this: enable vehicle speed boost. Go to infinite speed boost, and then come up here to set engine power multiplier. You guys want that anywhere between 65 and 70. Normally I do 65 myself, and then hit 0 to go back. And then you want this engine power multiplier disabled by pressing 5 on your numpad. Hit 0 to go back, and go back into options again. Whatever you guys do inside of your Simple Trainer, you gotta save it. And even the shortest little thing, I don't care what it is, if it's your vehicles, weapons, whatever, you got to save it, or it will not load in until you load. Next time you load in, if you didn't save it, you will have whatever you had last time. So you're going to hit 6 on your numpad to go right in your options, and then go down here where it says save settings to trainer I. Hit 5 on your numpad, and then 5 again, and that's going to freeze up there for a second, and everything's going to say save settings to trainer I. Hit 0 to go back. Now we're going to go into weapons down here, and then I want to remove all weapons. Now you're going to select your weapons. Don't do all weapons. If you do, you're going to actually crash and burn. So you don't want every single weapon there is. So what to do is, this is what I normally get. I get a nightstick to start out with, and then I get this flashlight, and then I get this pistol, combat pistol, heavy pistol, vintage pistol, and then you got a choice down here on a stun gun. Now this first stun gun right here is good. I recommend that, but I always play with this MP stun gun. I like it better. It's more challenging to me. So we're going to do that right there. And then hit 6 on your numpad to go right. And then this is all your heavy machinery, your guns and jerry cans and sticky bombs and stuff like that. So I'm going to assault. I'm going to go. I'm going to select the assault shotgun for me. And then I want to select the SMG and the assault SMG. And then I'm going to come down here to tactical SMG. I want to do that. And then I want to come down here to assault rifle, carbine rifle. I love that carbine rifle right there. That's one of my favorite ones on here. Advanced rifle, and then assault rifle, and the combine rifle. So that is my favorite ones right there. Now hit 0 to go back on your numpad to go back, and then go back into your weapons right here. And then what you guys are going to do is we're going to put a couple flashlights and a couple of attachments on it by going down here where it says weapons attached intent menu right here. And if you hit your left shoulder button on your computer, which is on your controller, which is going to be your LB button like this, there's all your weapons right there. All right, so I'm going to go into one. I'm going to go back into my favorite one, which is that combine rifle. I'm going to point, and right up there where it says attachments, go left or right to select one. And you're going to hit 5 select on your flashlight, and to turn it on is going to be D-pad right. Just like that right there. You can put a suppressor on, scope, whatever your heart desires on. But me, I'm going to go with, I'm just going to go with the flashlight for right now. And then you can do that on the pistols too as well. There's some guns you can't do it on, like that stun gun. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this pistol right real quick and put a flashlight on this one right here. You're going to find that pistol and find that flashlight in that menu right here. Hit 5 to select, and to turn it on is D-pad right, just like that right there. So you guys get the idea of it. Now let's go ahead and try out our pullover here, which we have changed it. And this right here, guys, I forgot to tell you all. You'll see that numbers bunched up right there at the start of this right here, but the next time we load inside the game, it should be all separated on that universal platformatter, because you have to run the game first in order to get them placed separated. So you see it right now the way it is, and then the next time we load in, it's going to be all separated. All right, so now let's get a vehicle pulled over here right real quick, if I can even find one. There's one. And then what you guys are going to do is either you're going to hit left shift on your keyboard. If you kept it as default, if you guys is following me, it's going to be L4. Turn on your stage 3 lightning for ELS. You got this vehicle's attention right here. Just stay on this hind end, and then right there. Yeah, it's got some language on here too, so don't worry about that. Alright, so in order to cancel a stop too, you're going to hit L4 or your left shift. You're going to do that right there. Now that works too. Now one other thing before I leave here right real quick is, if you go back in your simple trainer one more time, we had all them weapons actually already saved. Right here, let me hop out of my vehicle and get on the side of the road, because I don't feel like getting run over right now. So if you go back into your weapons right here, and then hit your left shoulder button on your controller, you're gonna see all your weapons has been still on here. All right. Now what to do on this one is you're gonna go down here to weapons, load and save menu, and then go ahead and save all weapons to slot 1. You want to do that one right there. It's going to freeze up, and it says slot slave. All right, now hit 0 to go back. Now we're going to test this out right real quick. Go to remove all weapons. You're going to do that one right there, and then go back into weapons, load save menu, and then now you're going to go up until you see load all weapons to slot 1, like that right there. And as he is changing his gun out right there, and then you got all your guns back right there. All right, and then go back on your simple trainer, and then go back one more time, and then remember what I said about make sure you save everything over to your I&I. Go back into options, and then hit 6 to go right, and then save settings to I&I. Save settings to trainer.ini, hit 5 again, and guys, that's how Simple Trainer actually works. Alright, so guys, that is going to do it for part 1 to this series right here. I appreciate you all coming in here. You all stand tuned for part 2. Y'all stay tuned for part 2, which is going to be the standalone plug-in process right here. And guys, I will see you all back here in just a few minutes. Whoa! Alright guys, welcome inside to part 2 of the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial. I appreciate you all coming in here. And on this second part here, which is going to be your basic mods for your standalone standard plugins, is what we're getting ready to do. This is part 2 of it, of the series. I appreciate you all coming in here. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. So the first download link you're going to click on below, which is going to be your Exxon body camera and dash cam plugin. What this here is, it gives you a body cam on your body and your catch and a dash cam inside your vehicle. You can go for them pictures and videos that Sergeant Nighthawk has actually got on here. This is a really cool plugin to have right here, or standalone plugin, should I say. Scroll down until you scroll down and download this file and agree to download if it asks you, and make sure you get that main file out of that one. Go ahead and start downloading it. Your next one here is going to be, we got to make a way to clear our traffic whip because Vanilla don't want to do it. So this is Clear the Way V by Tim and Boys right here. What this HUD does is when you turn on your lights and siren, the traffic is going to yield for you, get out of the road, stuff like that. So let's hear what this here is. Scroll down, download the tab there, and agree to download, and then make sure you get the main file out of that one. Your next one is going to be your delete vehicle. Say like you guys is doing a role play, and you got some vehicle that's actually in your way of your role playing. You can hit one simple button and it's gone, just like that. Delete vehicle. Go ahead and download that tab right there and get that main file out of that. Your next one is going to be your immersive effects right here. This is by Faya. What this here does is it'll put some effects on your screen where your screen shakes, so you hear a heartbeat and things like that. So what to do is scroll down and download the file there, and agree to download if it asks you, and get that main file out of this one. The next one is going to be Keep the F Door Open by Corrosia. Right here, scroll down here until you get and scroll down and download the file and agree to download, and then get the main file out of it. And I think it takes you straight in. So what this here does is when you open up the door, one simple button on your keyboard will keep that door open for you. So your next one to get is going to be Restrain the Deceased by Faya 2 as well. What this here does, if you got you've got a pet injured, or you got them shot and you want them cuffed up, this is how you're going to restrain them. So scroll down, download the file, and agree to download if it asks you, and then get the main file. Your next one is we got to put a light on someone in our vehicle. We need to, and this is going to be Spotlight by Alice Glur. This is a great plugin right here. Great standard alone plugin to have too as well. But we can actually get that spotlight on them. So download the file and agree to download if it asks you, and make sure you get that main file, which in this case is going to take you straight into the download. Two more to go, which is going to be sticky wheels. You can actually stick them to the left on your wheels, stick them to the right, or you can stick them right in the middle. and I'll show you that in game as well. So scroll down here, download the file, and agree to download, and get that main file if it asks you. And your last one is where I have some way in order to turn off our engine. And that's here what this one here is turn off that engine by Super Prior Maniacs. Here, he's got a few good plugins too as well. But this one right here is a number one in my book. Turn off that engine. Go down here. Download the file and agree to download, and make sure you get that main file. Whip all 9 files out there on your desktop, and remember, we are opening up a rimwire if you're following me. Now, next thing we're going to do now is find our GTA 5 main directory. Come down to your File Explorer, right click on it, and go to your Pinned Quick Access Grand Theft Auto 5. And right there, every day and all day, and 3 times on Sunday, right here is your main directory every time. Now, go ahead and click on your first download link, which is going to be your Exxon body signal right here. And I'm already got mine numbered and everything, so we can get through this. And go ahead and open up your Exxon signal. Open that up and open up this folder. Open up the Grand Theft Auto 5. And you just need this plugins folder right there. Do not get that RageNetUI.dll, because if you remember, we got a fresh one in there, and we do not need one. So just the plugins only. Left click, drag and drop over here in your main directory, just like that. And then now what to do now is where your plugins folder is actually highlighted. If not, you're going to click on your plugins folder one time, and you're going to see your Exxon signal right here, and this is going to be your standalone plugins. This is how we're going to do the rest of our how we're going to drag and drop right here. So your pathway should be Grand Theft Auto 5 and plugins. Go ahead and close out of your Exxon signal. And then your next one is going to be your Clear the Way V. Go ahead and click on that one. And all you need and only thing in here is your DLL file. Left click, drag it over here to your plugins folder, and then simply drop that in. Close out of your Clear the Way V. Your next one is going to be your RPH delete vehicle. Go ahead and do that and click on your plugins folder. You're going to take all 3 files in here, left click, drag and drop inside your plugins folder, just like that. Refresh on it, and then close out of your RimWire 7-zip. Open up your immersive effects, open up your files folder, and open up your plugins folder. You're going to take all 3 files right here, the immersive effects folder, your DLL, and your INI file. Left click, drag and drop inside of your plugins folder, just like that. Refresh, and then close that one out. Next one we need is going to be Keep the Door Open by Corrosia, and open up this Grand Theft Auto 5 folder and open up your plugins folder. There's only 1 file in here. Left click, drag and drop inside your plugins folder. Refresh, back, and then go ahead and close out of your Keep the Door Open RimWire 7-zip. Now we need to restrain the deceased folder. Go ahead and open that one up, and then take your files folder and your plugins folder, and you're going to see 3 files right here. Highlight all 3 files, left click, drag and drop inside your plugins folder. Refresh, and then close out. Next one we need is going to be our Spotlight 1.1.4. Go ahead and open that one up, and all 2 files you need out here is going to be your Spotlight resources and your Spotlight.dll. Left control and click. You do not need the 2. No, you don't need a license or the remake. Take those 2 files, left click, drag and drop, just like that. Refresh, and then close out of your Spotlight. Your next one is going to be your sticky wheels. Open up your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder in this one. Open up your plugins folder. Take your sticky wheels DLL and your PDB. Left click, drag and drop inside your plugins folder. Refresh, and then close out of your sticky. Next one, we need to turn off that engine. Go ahead and open that one up. Open up that folder, and then open up your plugins folder. All you need is those 2 files right there, which is going to be your DLL and your INI file. left click, drag and drop inside your plugins folder like that, and then refresh on it, and then go ahead and close out turn off that engine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to change some INI files in here right real quick. So go ahead, first open up your Spotlight Resources 4 folder and go to your general go to your general INI file right here. Go ahead and go on that one. Now you can keep this as F11 if you guys want to, but me, I want to change that over to a F9. And the reason why I said that is because I'm trying to keep you all close in your function numbers and stuff like that as we are going along through this. And I'll explain to you as we are going along too as well. So just change that over to F9. You can leave that as default if F11 if you guys want to. But the rest of this down here, I would not change it because it does something to mine every single time. It makes my spotlight wants to go around and around and around and stuff like that. So I would not change any of this down here, none whatsoever. And I'll explain to you all how it works inside the game. So if you made any changes, just to open up your menu up with from F11 to F9, go to File, go to Save, and then close out. The next one you guys need is go back right here to your plugins folder. Go right here. And then go ahead and go to your Exxon Signal right here. Go ahead and go click on that INI file. And then let me make this one big. And what we're going to do here, the only one we're going to change down here is determine if fuzzy camera is applied when viewing the dash cam. All right, enable the dash cam effect. What this here is if you want that fuzzy camera, you're gonna leave that as true. But if you guys want that crystal clear view picture, that 4K image and stuff like that, change that true to false, just like that, but it's gotta be all lowercase. Oh crap, if I can spell F-A-L-S-E, just like that right there. And then that's the only one we're going to do out of here. Go to File, go to Save, and then close out. The next one we need is going to be Restrain to Deceased down here. We're going to take this one right here, open that one up. And you want to keep this on your controller, which is going to be your D-pad, right? But me, I like to keep some things on my controller and some things on my keyboard on both ends of the stick. But still, I'd rather keep much off my controller and put it on my keyboard too as well. So I'm about 75, 25 on that. So right here where it says restrain key equals T, you can change that over to none if you want to. And then down here where it says ignore PED, that's ignoring one too as well. Just hit none on that one. Listen, you'll keep it as H, and then restrain the controller key, D-pad right. I just leave that as D-pad right. The remaining changes, go to File and Save, and then close out. Your next one is going to be your delete vehicle right here. Go ahead and do that one. And then you got a modified key on this one. I don't like these modifier keys. I understand why they did it, but me, I'd rather not have it. So, and you got to hit left shift key and your little arrow L at the same time. So if you take that L right there and then type in delete, D-E-L-E-T-E, that is going to be your delete key on your keyboard, which should be short for DEL. All right, and then your modifier key was going to be your shift key. Take that, NE. All right, and this is optional if you guys want it. But I'm gonna go to File and Save, and I'm gonna close out of this one right here. But I would just rename that the L and just put in delete. It's just more simple that way. Go ahead and close out of it. And your last one is going to be, nope, that's it. So now what to do now is go ahead and go back in your Grand Theft Auto 5 tab right here, and then now you're going to scroll down until you see this Rage plugin hook right here. Go ahead and close out of your main directory, and let's go ahead and open up our open up our Rage plugin hook down here on the taskbar, and hold in your left shift button key in to bring up your Rage plugin hook settings. We need this right here open. Go ahead and click on plugins right here. And then what you guys are going to do is, you can see now we got more stuff in here for standalone plugins. All right, now go ahead and check all on that. And we're just going to let them load up. I'm going to take the easy way and the lazy way out this year. Just go ahead and load every one of them up right there. And then go ahead and save and launch. And guys, I will see you all inside of part 2 of our standalone plugins inside of our LSPDFR. Alright guys, welcome inside to the in-game showcase, the second part of the in-game showcase inside of our LSPDFR. Appreciate you all coming in. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. So it spawned me out here in the county, which is okay. I like to play some county every so often, but a couple things I'm going to show you all right real quick. In order to bring in your vehicle, if you hit F1 on your keyboard to bring up your simple trainer, and then you're going to go down here to vehicle spawning and go to emergency, and we're going to get that police cruiser we've been using in part 1. I'm going to get this one right here, and then because it's got an EL lights in it, so stage 1, stage 2, and then full stage 3 on that one. All right, so let's go ahead and try out a couple things here right real quick. First thing I want to do is try out Spotlight. I do have a tutorial on that Spotlight one. If you look on the top right hand corner of your screen, you're going to see a pop-out box showing you all how to install a Spotlight inside you all's game. But to turn it on right now, it's going to be the I as an Indian. As you can tell, that Spotlight's right there. And then how you actually going to move it around and stuff like that. Get a good little spot right here. You're going to take sits on your numpad to go right, or your numpad to go left, 8 to go up, and then 2 to go down on your numpad. All right, now say like you want to put it on a specific vehicle right here. What you guys is going to do is you're going to get it right on that vehicle, and you're going to hit numpad 3. All right, now it's going to automatically stop your vehicle. I don't know why it does that for it, but as you can tell, now it's following that vehicle around. All right, now I'm going to get up here a little bit more closer. And it turned on me. So as you can tell, that Spotlight's actually moving on its own. And to unlock it, just hit numpad 3, and it's going to stop tracking. All right. Next thing we're going to try out right real quick is sticky wheels. So you're just going to turn your wheels to the left, and they're going to stick. Turn them to the right, and they're going to stick too. And if you can get it just right, they'll stick right there in the middle, just like that right there. Next one we're going to do is Exxon body camera. We're going to go ahead and do that one. And how we're going to do it is if you bring out your sidearm, you're going to see your body cameras actually started when you got out your sidearm. All right, now it won't turn off by itself. So if you double tap O right there and just hold it in, that's going to stop recording for you. All right, now we're going to hop back in the vehicle here and hit V as in Victor to go all the way out inside your car, just like that right there. There is your Exxon body dash cam, and there's that 4K crystal clear view. Listen, you left that as true as fuzzy, just like that right there. I mean, that really looks good here. The next thing we're going to try out right real quick is going to be the body camera. Let's go ahead and hop out of the vehicle and go ahead and hit V's and Victor to go into your body camera. Oh yeah, you got to have your body camera on. So double tap O, and that's going to start it. And then now go into your body camera. Just V's and Victor till you see this right there. So that looks good too as well. What is the other one? Clear the way vein. And the only way to actually test this one out right real quick is, let's get on the interstate here. Let's go US Route 13 right here. And I'm going to teleport myself there. Turn around. Turn on your lights. Hit your siren. And away we go. So we'll find out right here in just a second if this traffic will move. See how that one broke right there and stopped for you. Now you want to try to drive realistically as you possibly can. Well, I done hit it. Well, there's immersive effects right there too. So as you see the screen shake, so that was timing right there. So as you can tell, that vehicle has yielded to you. Now, bigger trucks up here won't hardly do it. I know there's a way you can actually do that, but bigger trucks won't hardly do it. So let's do one more, and that car got out of your way. So right there is your clear the way V. Now turn off the engine right real quick. Make sure everything's off, including your lights and siren. Hop out. Hop back here. And right there is your engine turn off. And right there on them license plates on part 1, I told you next time you load into the game, those separated just like that right there. So we know universal plate formatter is working. Now what we're going to do now is try to keep the door open. You're going to hit F as in Frank and hold it in. And that's going to keep it open for you. And then hop back in. Now, if you hit Y on your keyboard, Y on your controller, and hold it in, and that it also is going to keep your door open too as well. So we know that is working. Restraining deceased. So let's see if I got a good looking shot. Well, I don't.
Trash.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do right real. That's what I'm going to do right real quick. Is hopefully I can do this. I don't know if it'll let me or not, but I'm gonna come right down here to this gas station right here. I'll restrain the deceased out down here right real quick, as all my presets and everything come into play down here. There's a lady. Now you can actually do this on any gun you want to. And then what you guys is going to do is going to come up to them and then hit D-pad right on your keyboard, and then that should work. So, guys, that is going to do it for this part 1, or I'm sorry, part 2 of this 2026 tutorial. This is going to be the standalone plugin. The next part here, we're going to be part 3 is going to be our grammar police and our call out interface and stuff like that. So this should be a short one too as well. But guys, I will see you all in part 3 here in a few minutes.
Welcome and have a great shift. X-ray 222. Got you en route. Code 99, all units respond. 10-4, notifying air. We have reports of a suspect that is armed and dangerous. Units, please remain in the area. Dispatch copies, suspect in custody.
Alright guys, welcome into part 3 of the series of the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial. I appreciate you all coming in here and trusting me to help you all out with your LSPDFR. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So today's date is going to be December 24th, Christmas Eve, 2025. 3:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I am sitting at. Let's dive right into it. In this part 3 right here, we are going to install 5 plugins, 5 simple plugins. And what we're going to do is you're going to click on the set of links down below. And this is very important for you all to have. So go ahead and click on the first link down here, which is going to be your automatic siren cutout. This is going to be by Rich. And according to this here, this file has been reported as outdated and no longer maintained. But it's does still work from the current version on where we're on. So go ahead and scroll down and download this file and agree to download if it asks you, and make sure you all get that main file. Go on to your next download link, which is going to be your Callout interface 1.4.1. This one right here is going to be your pretty much your how you going to receive calls and read your calls, call outs, and stuff like that. So this is a requirement right here that I think you all must have. So scroll down here and download the file and agree to download if it asks you, and make sure you get that main file 1.4.1. Your next one is going to be, this is optional if you guys want it. It's the new callout interface texture. What this does here is it get rid of the texture that's already in there, and it creates a colorful one, should we say, as you go through the pictures down here if you want to. So if you guys want this is optional. Download the file and agree to download if it asks you. And what you need here is going to be the 1.1 new callout interface texture. That's the one you need right there. And your next one is going to be your custom pullover. This custom pullover will make them pull over in a position that you want them in, but we can't help it how they drive to. So you'll all keep that in mind. Scroll down here, download the file, and agree to download, and that's going to take you into the remaining files there. Go ahead and exit. Go ahead and click on the last download, and we got to have some way in order to talk to grammar police or to a dispatcher and like that. So this is going to be grammar police 1.8.3 by Opus 49. This right here is a very awesome thing right here, and to me this is a must-have deal if you want to talk to your dispatcher and everything else. So you're going to scroll down here and go ahead and download the file and agree to download. Make sure you get main file out of that one, 1.8.3.1. Download it. Whip all 5 files out there on your desktop, and guys, we are opening up in RimWire. That's thing we're going to do now. If you guys ain't shut it down, go ahead and find your GTA 5 main directory. Come down to your File Explorer, right-click on it, and go to your Pin to Quick Access, Grand Theft Auto 5. Go ahead and bring that up. And then while you're at it, we need to go ahead and get our Open 4. Let's go ahead and do that one too as well, because we're going to have Open 4 for this one. And then click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 for Windows. Let that be loading on in as pretty as you please, like that. And then let me make this one ready down here on the bottom right hand corner. And then now what we're going to do is we're going to click on the set of links. You're going to click on your RimWire or 7-zip on this one. I'm already got mine ready how I want it, because I'm trying to go as fast or as carefully as I can on this one right here. So the first one you're going to open up is going to be your automatic siren cutout. Go ahead and open that one up and open up your Grand Theft Auto 5. Now you're going to take the plugins folder and your input manager.dll. There's only 2 files in here. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory like that, and then refresh on it, and then close out of your RimWire or 7-zip. Next one we're going to do is Callout interface 1.4.1 zip. Go ahead and open that one up, and open up your folder in this one, and open up the folder in this one. You're going to take everything in here except for the 2 dots above and the raised NWI.dll. Remember, we do have a fresh one in here. Left control and click. There should be 4 files and folder highlighted. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory. And then you all get done doing that, go ahead and refresh on it, and then close out of your callout interface. The next one we need is going to be the texture. This is optional if you guys want it. Go ahead and click on the texture, click on the folder, and click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. And you just need that plugins folder right there. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory, and it's going to replace 114 files. Go ahead and replace that. And then once that gets done replacing, refresh on your main directory, and then close out of your RimWire 7-zip. Next one's going to be your custom pullover. Go ahead and do that one. And all you need is that plugins folder. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory. Just like that. And then refresh on it. And then close out of your custom pullover RimWire 7-zip. And the last one we're going to do is going to be the Grammar Police right here. Go ahead and open this one up. And open up your Grammar Police here. Alright, now go ahead and open up your testers folder. We're going to go ahead and do this, get this out of the way. Go ahead and do this. And then there's just 2 files in here. Alright, now we'll have to come down here to Open4 and put these files inside Open4 to make this to work. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to click on your update folder here. And if you don't see it right here, you're going to come out to your side column. You'll come out to your side column. And you're going to click on times 64. Let me scroll down. Times 64 c.rpf. Let me say that one more time. Times 64 c.rpf. Go ahead and click on that one. And if it says copy the MOS folder or show in MOS folder, do one or the other. Mine says copy. I'm going to copy mine. And that might take a few minutes right here to actually copy over. But guys, I just want to thank you all one more time. I cannot stress that enough for you all trusting me to help you all out with your LSPDFR in this in-depth look on how I do things, on how I install mods and stuff like that. And I really do appreciate it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Help me share this out to other people too as well. And then if you really like what I do, and if you guys want to see more of this right here, I got nothing but tutorials. Hit that bell and click all, and you will know when I do another LSPDFR tutorial. Go ahead and click on levels. Click on GTA 5. You're going to go to props. You're going to go to lab devs. And you're going to go to v_minigame.rpf. Go ahead and click on that right there. Now, what we're going to do here right real quick is you're going to add this into a favorite, all right? So, if you go to favorites, go to add the favorites, name that whatever you guys want. I'm going to name this Grammar Police for short, and when y'all get done doing that, just click on add, and you'll come back here every single time if you guys need to. What to do now is come back up here to your RimWire 7-zip, go ahead and highlight one of those words right there and hit F2 on your keyboard. Hit left control C and Charlie to copy this word right there. Come back down here to your Open4 right here in this search box. Left control V as in Victor, and we want to make sure that we're in the right one just by doing that right there. It's just like a little search thing like you do on Google or something like that. And then what to do is come back up here to your RimWire 7-zip. You're going to take all these files except for that readme.txt. Left control and click. 2 files highlighted here. Left click, drag it down here to your Open4 like this. And your bottom number is going to change from 55, should be a 57 kilobyte. In this right here, and then simply drop that in. And then once that drops in there, there is your kilobytes right there. And you should be ready to go on Grammar Police. So now what to do is go ahead and go back on your RimWire 7-zip till you get right there, your Grand Theft Auto 5. Go ahead and click on that one. And you're going to take everything else in here except for that RageNanoUI.dll. Left control and click. You're going to take the LSPDFR, which is going to have your audio files, your plugins folder, your callout interface API.dll, and your ipt.common.dll. Just those 4 files right there. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory, just like this right here. And it might ask you to replace some files. It might not. I can't remember if it does or not. Just give it about 5 more seconds here, maybe about 7, give or take. And yep, it's going to ask you to replace 2 files. So go ahead and replace those 2 files. And then, guys, we are ready to start manipulating our folders and files inside of our Grand Theft Auto 5 in this little part 3 of this section right here. All right, what to do now, guys, is go ahead and close out of your Open4 and go ahead and close out of your rimwire or 7-zip. The only thing that should be open right now is just your main directory, and we need to navigate to our folders on this one right here. So if you navigate the plugins folder, and as you can tell right now, it wasn't in there a few minutes ago, but we do now have a folder that is called capital letters LSPDFR. What this here, guys, is your main plugins for your game. Now, what we did in part 2 was a standalone plugins. Ain't got nothing to do with the LSPDFR plugins. You know, those two right there is different. So if you click on LSPDFR in capital letters, as you can see, we got all this right here we got to go over, but it's only short. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first thing you want to do is go ahead and click on your callout interface one here. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. And then let me make this one ready for you. Okay, and then we're going to be concentrating on the one that I'm actually got zoomed in on right here. All right. Now, this is what I do. You guys don't have to follow me on this if you guys don't want to. This is totally left up to you. But me, this is what I do because it makes sense to me. All right. This is your menu key right here. Call out menu key is going to be F8. Take that F8 right here and type in a capital NONE for none. We're going to take that menu out. What? Yes, we're going to take the menu out because there's another way you can actually open up your menu. Hit that, take that capital NONE, highlight it, right click, and go to copy. All right. Force call out duty, force call out key. Right here, what this here is, if you hit F9, it's going to force a call out for you within a matter of seconds. So, to me, I don't use that at all. I want the calls coming to me like IRL. So, if you guys don't want that F9, hit left control V's and Victor to paste that none word in. Force call out modifier key. I don't use these modifier keys because there's a lot of them. Left control V's and Victor. If you want to leave it, go for it. Toggle terminal key right here is going to be your numpad 6. Now we got, and to me, we already got enough on our numpads already. So right now I'm changing this over to a 0. And I will explain that here in a little bit. All right. This is another way you can also open up your menu. All right. Now let's go down here a little bit, and then down here on your MDT call sign equals 1, Lincoln 18, you can change that to, you can't change that to whatever you like. You could change that to Bravo, X-Ray, that's mine, Charles, Lincoln, David, you know, something to do with the call signs, all right, when you change that. It can't be AI 4021 and it can't be a yo ship 22. You can't do that. All right, you can't name that whatever you guys want. It has to be in the vicinity of a call sign, like Adam, Boyd, Charles, David, Frank, George, somewhere along in there. All right, and I'm gonna explain this again right here on this number 1. All right, you can have that where dispatch is telling you 1 Lincoln 18, you have that 2 Lincoln 18, 3 Lincoln 18, and 4. So you're going to go 1 through 4 on this first number. On this second number right here, all right? You can go from 1 to 9,999 on this one, all right? So you got 4 digits in the last, and only 1 through 4 right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this over to X-Ray 222. That is my call sign right there. All right. And then what I'm going to do right real quick is I'm going to get you all in position on however you want. I'm going to get you in a real good position, guys. So MDT post X position, change that 1370 and change that over to a 1393. Do that one right there. And your position Y is your next one. Change that over to a 724. MDT scale at 85. Just leave it. We change the volumes once we get inside the game. Postal code enable, you want that as false because we already got a OCRP code already in there. So I just leave that as false right there. On your plate down here, you can enable or disable that as you want to. You put that to true if you want to. On the ALPR down here, I don't even use it because it brings up too much in it in my book. Nearby check on that is going to be 8. In other words, it checks 8 at a time. I think it goes low as 4, but once that ALP starts rocking in, and then it gets annoying after a while. So I would just leave that alone right there. And then, guys, if you made any changes to this one, go to File, go to Save, and then Close Out. Your next one is going to be your custom pullover. Go ahead and open up that INI file. And then let me make this one big. And then what you guys are going to do on this INI file right here. Now, I do use a control key on this one, but I use right control. So if you guys want to go along with me, change that L over to R in each and every one of them. All right, and then we'll go back inside the game right here. If you guys want to leave it as default, you can. So go to File, go to Save. You may need changes, and go ahead and close out. The next one we're getting ready to do is automatic siren cutout right here. This won't take more than a second to do here. And what we're going to do to this one right here is the only one you need to change, and this is optional if you guys want to. It enables disable the feature when a nearby emergency vehicle will blimp their siren at you. I love that little feature right here because me as a firefighter, we always go down the road, we see one another, we're going to get back friendly honk on our siren. So I like that feature myself. If you guys don't like it, you can leave it as false, but me, I'm going to put this as true. The rest of it, you want to leave that alone. So go to File, go to Save, and then close out of this one. Now let's get into the fun part here. Let's go ahead and go into your Grammar Police here. And then right down here where it says default, this is a default INI file. All right, what you guys are going to do is you're going to take that default, highlight that, left click, right click, and go to copy. Now, in the same folder where you're at, left click, right click, and go to paste. That's going to have, you're going to have a default copy of your default. So now hit F2 on your keyboard and type this custom, CUSTOM. Like that right there, and then refresh on your page and go ahead and click inside of your custom folder. The reason why we done that is because so Opus can actually tell us, hey, there ain't no sense of you, if you guys ever need to restart, you got your default INI file. So I would not delete that INI file at all. I would just use the custom to do your editing. All right, and then let me make this one ready here. Won't take more than a second to do. And then right here in your custom INI file, it says do not Do not edit this file. That is inside your default one. Just highlight little part right there and hit the backspace and make sure you go all the way up on this so your general closed brackets will be up here. All right, now let's go ahead and do your call sign again. Whatever you named your call sign as in your call out interface, I'll show you right real quick. Come over here on what I was talking about. Your call sign will have 1 through 4 sections separated by hyphens. All right, so your 1 through 4 will be your first number, like 1 Lincoln 18, 2, 3, and 4 Lincoln 18, and your last numbers where it says 18. Your numbers can be from 1 to 9,999. So in other words, you can have dispatch to call you saying 2 Lincoln 847 or 2 Lincoln 1256 or something like that in that nature. All right. So what I want to do is leave the quotation marks. I'm going to highlight that 1 Lincoln 18. I'm going to type in my call sign right here. Give me just a second. I'm just going to paste mine in. All right. So that is usually my call sign right there. Now down here on your agency codes. All right. This is how they're going to respond to you because there's different agencies. You got your immersive, you got your generic, you got your California, you got your MET, and so on like that. So however you want your agency codes to actually come in, I use this right here. I use immersive, IMMERSIVE. That's what I use in mine. It's whatever your heart desires on that. All right, now right down here, on your dispatch keys right here. This is going to be your interface key right here, which is going to be L3. Your L3, we're getting ready to do something here in a few minutes, all right? And I think it's in part 5. So this is what I'm going to do to mine. I'm going to change that L3 over to an R as in Robert. What that is right there is, and that is one of your sirens. I'll show you that inside the game. All right, and then your settings key is going to be left control and L2. L2, if you guys are following me, that is your raise plugin hook console. But we actually don't need that if you guys is following me. So you're going to highlight that L2 and then type in T as in Tom. All right, so in order to bring up the settings key, it's going to be left control and T as in Tom. Now, there is a radio in here too as well. It's totally left up to you if you guys want to use it or not. Me, I don't use it. I'm gonna highlight that C, capital NONE for none on that. Because I do not use that none at all right there. No, because that radio key gets annoying at times. And sometimes it won't even go away. It's just stuck there. So that's the reason why I typed in none on that one. Hotkeys down here, guys. You can set this up to a hotkey any way you want to. Whatever your heart desires on this. Say like dispatch didn't understand a call right here where it says left control. You set this up, say left control, and we'll say the letter U as a union right there. So, you can set that up any way you want to, just enough for dispatch to understand. I don't use this section right there, or I don't use the buttons either. All right, now let me scroll down a little bit to display. I think display is changed a little bit. It has right here where it says show target plate. Right here. That show target plate is part of the notifications that is on this one too as well. So you're going to change that false to true, TRUE. Do that right there. And then let me get you all set up here on a good position on this one. Matter of fact, do this. Change that back over to false. FALSE. And if anything conflicts, we'll come back in. All right. Just change that true back over to false. Hold the talk here. You want that as true. Because if you put that to false there, what that does there is you can hit it, release it, but you only got a few seconds to say what you want to say to dispatch, and it's gonna come back to you no matter what. So I'll leave that as true right there, and then we can always change this inside the game. Backup, on the backup here, I did not change that at all on this one. And then right down here, guys, this is very important down here in the end. Down here, now this is the difference between grammar police and grammar police, which has got the requirements for the policing redefine and stop the PED. All right. So right down here where it says you can specify a preference for which handler task preference to in a multiple event. In a event, multiple handlers are available. So in other words, right now, this right here is set up to policing redefine. It's set up to number 2. Now we install stop the PED and ultimate backup. You will have to change this 2 over to a 1. All right, but right now I'm going to leave that as is because I think in this video here I am going to do the policing redefine. But whenever we do the ultimate backup and stop the PED, we'll have to change this over from 2 to 1, just like that. So guys, if you make any changes to this one right here, and a lot of this is inside the menu, go to File, go to Save, and get to it, and then go ahead and close out. All right. Now go ahead and refresh on your Grammar Police folder, and then let me make sure we got everything, and we did. So guys, it is going to be showtime in the neighborhood. Go down to your raised plug-in hook right here and go ahead and load into it. And guys, I will see you all inside of part 3 showcase inside of our LSPDFR. All right, guys, welcome inside to your part 3 of your in-game showcase of your LSPDFR. Appreciate you all coming in here while I'm in here in the shower in here, just doing whatever. So what you guys is going to do is if you get something like this right here, about 8 times out of 10, you're not going to be loaded into the game. So what to do is you're going to hit your escape button while you're in the shower and go to LSPDFR and go to nearest police station. This is a perfect time to go ahead and do this right here. So once that comes about right here, it's going to take you into closest to the police station and where you're at. Mine's going to take me to Mission Row right here. And then the same thing is applied, guys. Don't bump into anybody because you're actually not on duty yet. So you're gonna come out these doors here, and then what you guys is gonna do is be still for me. I know you're excited. Yep, that's what I thought. Hear that heartbeat? That is also part of immersive effect too. That little heartbeat right there. So that means that your blood is just it's a adrenal rush right now is what it's doing. So what to do now is if you're not loading into the game, you'll hit F2 on your keyboard and then type in Force Duty. If you type in FOR like this right here, you're going to see that Force Duty. Hit your tab button, hit your enter button. That is going to force you in to go inside of your LSPDFR. Now once this right here comes about right here where it says Grammar Police right here, your Grammar Police has been loaded in on all the rest of your plugins and standalone plugins is loading into as well. So let me go ahead and do this right here. Now right now you're not seeing the MDT, but if you go to your vehicle and hop in, and right there is your MDT. All right. Now remember in the I&I file we actually took out the menu on it, right? So what you guys is going to do, if you guys are following me, hit 0 and hold it in. All right. And once you hold that in, you're gonna see a mouse pointer right here. Come over here and hit your setting button inside of your Callout interface terminal. That's how you're going to bring up your Callout interface menu. like that. It's just the extra button that you guys don't have to mess around with, especially if you want to put something like a feature inside of one of your function buttons. That's what that is. That's why I showed you all. And then we're gonna go to configuration settings down here, and if you go to plate right here, if you want that plate enabled, just go ahead and change that over to false. False to true, like this. And then you're gonna take this mouse pointer right here, you're gonna put it on that plate, and you can move it anywhere you want to on this board. Anywhere you want to, but just make sure it's out of your way pretty much. So mine usually gets about right there above my call out interface terminal. Just like that right there. Now if you hop out of your vehicle, like this right here, your call out interface terminal and your MD and your plates go away. So if you guys want that plate to be left on, change that over to false on plate only in vehicle. You hop out, and right there's your vehicle right there. I like to get on true and true, because once I come out, I don't have to worry about it until I get back inside my vehicle, just like IRL. Hit backspace on it one time, and then we're going to go to MDT right here. This is your volume sounds right here. You can go over that as you want to. The highest one is 5 and the lowest one is 1. Now down here on MDT sound on itself, I like 4, and MDT sound on display, I like the number 5. You all can hit around on that if you guys want to. So you play around with that if you guys want to. Hit your backspace button, go to postal. Right down there, I had you all to keep that postal turned off. If you guys hit true, you're going to see that nearby postal, which is 217. That is going to be off from the postal, from the OCRP postal, which is going to be 761. And even though if you do put it on OCRP, it's not going to match up with this simple HUD. It's not going to match up to it. So that's the reason why I always leave that on false. Matter of fact, it is set up on OCRP. So if I go down here, the postal code set, OCRP, you got your priest, you got your virus city, and you got your OCRP. So that's the reason why I usually play with mine on false. Any changes you do to your call out interface, go ahead and hit save on your call out interface, and then that is automatically saved over to your INI file. Next thing we're going to do right real quick is we're going to go over our menu for grammar police. So if you hit left control and T as in Tom, that is going to bring up your grammar police settings right here. Alright, so we're going to go to display settings, and then you can show your, and then if you go down here where it says show player status, you click on yes, you're going to see that right down there, which is going to be out of service. Alright, usually I play with mine off, but you can come around here, your text position X, left is left on that, and your position Y, on your position Y, left is going to be up. Alright, and then your text scale is going to go up like this right here. So no, I don't know why it's like that for. So so whatever your heart desires on that one. Let me go over that one more time. Text position X, left is left, right is right. Text position Y, left to go up and right to go down. So actually that looks pretty good like that in my eyes. So I may just keep it on right there. You can show that player status, or you can turn it off. On the show plate down here, I'll show you what that is, since I've decided to keep it on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on, and it'll be down there on the bottom. Alright, and then you move this radio that you see right here anywhere you're on the board here, as you're heart desires. If you go to radio position here, you move that radio anywhere. But once you go off your menu here, once you go off your menu, make sure you save your configuration settings like that. And then I may have to get that radio op sometime later on. All right, so now let's go over something else. Let's go over automatic siren cutout. You're gonna turn on your lights and siren. Off stage 3 lightning, and hit your D-pad down. Turn on your sirens, and then all you're gonna do is just simply hop out of your vehicle, and that's gonna turn off your siren. Let's go ahead and hop back in. And then now let's go ahead and holler at the dispatch here right real quick. 222 dispatch.
This is dispatch.
Show me 1041, 108 Mission Row. Now watch this status down here. Go to available.
X-ray 222. Proceed with patrol.
So that's how you actually show your status. And then once this right here, let's do this. 222 dispatch. Show me 10-6 at Mission Row.
Copy that. X-ray 222.
Now it's going to show you busy. That means you won't be interrupted while we're doing all this right here. Now if you hit left control and R as in Robert, that is going to bring up your 10 codes right here. You got your advisory right here. You got your menu for your backup here. You got your interaction keys for your PEDs, pursuit keys, and then you can actually do a request here, 1079, 1052, stuff like that. So in other words, say like I'm gonna do a fire here, T22 dispatch request at 1053. Well, see, right now there's no plugins that is not required to do that right now. So up until we actually get more plugins in, that will become more available. So let me try one more. Let me do a 1079. T22 dispatch request at 1079. Okay, same thing. So as soon as we install some more pads, as soon as we install more call outs and stuff like that, that's going to come about for us. So we know it is working pretty much. And let's see, what is the next one? Custom pullover. And let's go down here right real quick, and we're going to go to this vehicle right here. We're going to try to get this vehicle pulled over. If it don't take off on me, there he goes right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to initiate a traffic stop right here. And this status right here, you should be able to see the target plate. T22 dispatch, show me on a traffic stop on Adams Apple Boulevard. Stand by for 28.
10-4, X-ray 222. Approach with caution.
I need a plate check on a Paul Lincoln 68 X-ray Mary Union.
Target's license plate, Paul Lincoln 68 X-ray Mary Union. A traffic violation.
Now also it will pop up down there on that bottom too, but it will also pop up over here on your plate too as well. But that radio's actually taking it up. So I don't know what's going on with that, guys. I really don't. But you know, I'm not gonna sit here pick and choose, because once I go out of the game, that should go away just like that. So we're gonna let this guy go right here. I'm already took up enough time. Oh yeah, let me pull him back over. Crap, we gotta go over. We gotta go over custom pullover too. So we get him to come to sit, get him to actually cooperate. Hit right control and W as in William. That's going to bring up a blimp here. And you can move him anywhere on the board you want to right here. 8 on your numpad to go up. Let's see. Let me do this again. 8 on your numpad to go up. 2 on your numpad to go back. 4 on your numpad to go left. And 6 on your numpad to go right. And then if you want to raise it up, numpad 9 and numpad 3 to actually bring that back down. I think that's normally for like heels and stuff like that. But say like I want him to pull up over there. What you guys is going to do is when you get right there, position him, hit enter on your numpad. He's going to stick out his hand and finger, and then you just moved him wherever he needed to go. So guys, that's going to wrap up part 3 of this tutorial. I appreciate you all coming in here looking at this LSPDFR video. You guys is awesome ones, and I will see you all in part 4 shortly. Alright guys, in this next part here, we're going to save our Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory. We're going to copy that one and make another copy. The reason why is because I don't know what you all has decided to do. If you guys is going to do stop the pen or policing redefined. I don't know what one you all is going to do, and you might want to keep them both too. So this is what we're going to do in order to make a copy of a copy. So come down here to your File Explorer and then go ahead and click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory inside your pen to quick access, and then right there where it says common right here, go ahead and hit your common tab, and that's going to bring you back right here. All right, what you guys is going to do is you're going to take that copy that you're following me with, going to right click on it and go to copy, and then left click and go to paste. All right, that is going to start copying all the stuff that we have done so far inside of our LSPDFR. You're going to make a copy of your copy. All right. Now, if you guys don't want to, you can choose one video or the other. If you guys want to, but me, I want to do both of them because I said I would and have them out by the first, by 1/1/2026. That is my goal. That's been my goal since I've been doing this LSPDFR tutorial, full install basic tutorial, should I say. And to me, guys, it's fun and it gives me something to do. Try to talk to y'all, interact with you all any way possible, and things like that. And then, all right, so once you all get done copying your Grand Theft Auto 5 on what we already did, what you guys are going to do is go ahead and rename that. Guys want to, you can rename this one. Either you put PR on here, just short for Police and Redefined, or short for STP, which is going to be Stop the PED. However you guys want to do it. I'm going to name this one here Stop the PED right here, and I'll probably go with this one up here with the Police and Redefined, but I don't know what video I'm actually going to put it on. I don't know if I'm going to put it on this one or wait to the next one. So that's what I'm still deciding on. But guys, let's go ahead and go into part 4 inside of our LSPDFR.
1041. Welcome and have a great shift. X-ray 222. Got you en route. Code 99, all units respond. 10-4, notifying air. We have reports of a suspect that is armed and dangerous. Units, please remain in the area. Dispatch copy is suspect in custody.
Alright guys, before we get started here, there's something I need for you all to do just to make sure that we're still on the same pathway. If you're watching this video right here, this is going to be for Stop the PED inside of our LSPDFR. This is going to be part 4 to the LSPDFR 2026 full basic install tutorial. Today's date is going to be December 27th, 2025, 5:31 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or where I am sitting at. Let's dive right into it. So what you guys is going to do is you're going to come down here to your File Explorer, right click on it, and go to that Pen to Quick Access Grand Theft Auto 5, just like we talked about, and we're going to make this big. Go ahead and click on your Common folder right here. And once you all do that right there, all right, and if you watched the other video, which is going to be video 1 on how to make you a copy and then renaming it, all right, your name on here should be STP for short for Stop the PED. What you guys is going to do is you're going to take this folder right here for the Police Redefined. You're going to hit F2 on your keyboard, hit right on your arrow, and you're going to hyphen that and name that. And after that hyphen, name that whatever you guys want, but me, it's going to be PR. That's the ones that we have done so far through parts 1 through 3, and that's going to be Police Redefined. Go ahead and hit enter on your keyboard to confirm it. Next thing you're going to do now is you're going to come down here to 1. I told you all to name it the STP, which is Stop the PED. Hit F2, hit right on your keyboard, and then you're going to take away the P, the T, the S, and the hyphen. And you're going to hit enter and go ahead and refresh on it. All right, now there's one other thing we got to do now, right real quick before we open this up. This is my OCD of doing things, okay? I'm just showing you all how I do things. You come down here to your open for, go ahead and wait that, and go ahead and open it up and click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 for Windows. Once you all do that right there, it's going to load in to the folder so it can read that folder. So in other words, you're telling open for, hey, I've actually got another folder that I am doing on the outside of Police Redefined. So in other words, it's going to read Grand Theft Auto 5 for Stop the PED parts 1 through 3. It's actually going to read this part right here. It's going to read your open 4 is what that's going to do. So you all go ahead and shut this down for now. And then what to do to this one right here, because we already, when you renamed that to PR, whatever you guys had it, look over here, you pin the quick access. It's also going to name PR too. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to take this Grand Theft Auto 5, right click on it, and go to pin the quick access like this. And then this is how we are going to open up our folder for Stop the PED inside of our pin the quick access when we click on the File Explorer. Go ahead and open your Grand Theft Auto 5, and this is what we have already done so far. There is one other thing that we need to do. Just go ahead and navigate to your plugins folder and your capital letters LSPDFR, and then go ahead and go inside your Grammar Police folder. Go do that, and then go ahead and go to your custom INI file. Go ahead and do that, and then what you guys is going to do is you're going to scroll all the way down towards the bottom down here, and up until you see the Grammar Police supports multiple handlers, just like we talked about in part 3. What you guys is going to do is you're going to change all this right here. You just change it to number. All right. So right here where it says handle air 2, you're going to change that to a 1. Because if you leave it as 2, that is going to pick up on the Policing Redefined. And we're not on the Policing Redefined. We're on the Ultimate Backup and Stop the PED version. So you all need to do that before we continue, because that is important. Because if you try to holler at Grammar Police and this is set up on 2, it will probably won't respond back to you. So when you all make that change in here, go to File and go to Save, and then close out. All right, guys, welcome inside to part 4 of Stop the PED edition in the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial. I appreciate you all coming in here. Let's dive right into this. So what you guys is going to do is click on the set of links down below. We're going to get started on it, and it's going to bring you right here to the Bugello page. We're going to install 3 plugins on this one. You're going to install Callout, Stop the PED, and Ultimate Backup. Now, what we're going to do here is I'm only going to show you this one time, okay? Because the Bajellos does not know how to clean up his website. I'm too many pop-ups that's come along. If you guys got a pop-up blocker or an ad blocker, this is going to be good for this website right here. But if you guys don't, this is what you guys are going to do. I'm going to show you this one time. Come down, you're going to see the first one, which is going to be Callout version 1.5.2.6 by the Bajello. Scroll down here until you find this box right here. All right, when you find this box right here, you're going to actually just click on the box. All right, now it's going to bring up a bunch of pop-ups and a bunch of nonsense and stuff like that. So if you don't want this right here that's already popped up, just keep on continuing to delete it. But if I was you all, click on this as fast as you can. Like this, see right here's another pop-up for Opera. Just close that out, and then be careful. And if you're not careful, you actually going to close out the whole page. So I'm going to close this out here, and then click on it again, and that's going to bring up another Opera for you. So, and then after a few times, you're going to get this Callout folder here. All right, and then and then your next download link is going to be the main attraction, which is going to be Stop the PED version 4.9.5.2, also by the Bajello. Scroll down here until you find that other box down here, and then actually do the same thing to this one. Just do the same thing to this one. And the last time, according to this, was updated on March 9th, 2024. We're going on 2 years after March of this year. So just do the same thing down here. And your last one is going to be your ultimate backup, also by the Bajello 1.8.7.0. Scroll all the way down here to the bottom, and you will see the ultimate backup box here. Just click on it until you get your RimWire or your 7-zip right here in your Callout down inside of your downloads inside of your web browser. See what I mean about clicking on it? There you go. Take all 3 files, whipping out there on your desktop, and don't forget we are opening up in RimWire. The next thing we're going to do now is find our GTA 5 main directory. Come down to your File Explorer, right-click on it, and go EUP-MENU Quick Access Grand Theft Auto 5, and make sure that you guys is on the right version of Stop the PED and not Police Redefined. All right, so let's go ahead and dive right into it. So what we're going to do is I went ahead and renamed mine from website. He does got a Patreon page too as well. If you want to give the $5 to go in there and actually get his other ones too as well, you can, but it's only $5. But you could try, but it has been upgraded, but not that much, guys. There's only a few difference between this one and the upgrade version to it. So, it's whatever you guys want to do, but I will leave the link in the description down below if you want to give that $5 and then just leave his site. Yeah, I said that out loud. Anyone, like nobody else has. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first thing you're going to do is go ahead and open up your Callout RimWire or 7-zip, however you guys want to put it. And I want to do mine the way I have been doing it all this time. Go ahead and open up your Callout folder here and your folder here. And all you need is that plugins folder, guys. That's all you need. If you try to drag and drop the Rage Native UI, look at that date right there, 2021. You're going to crash and burn. So plugins folder only. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory. I'm already put this in, so I'm just going to replace mine, refresh on it, and then close out of your RimWire or 7-zip. Next one you're going to do is your Stop the PED. Go ahead and open that up. Open up Stop the PED, and all you need is your plugins folder. Left click, drag and drop inside of your main directory. And then I want to replace my files. And the other one, guys, right real quick, is close out of your rim wire 7-zip. The last one is going to be your ultimate backup. Go ahead and open that up. Open up the folder, and same thing, plugins folder only. Left click, drag, and drop inside your MD, which is going to be your main directory. Okay, go ahead and close out of your rim wire or 7-zip, and then navigate to your folders on this one. Go to your plugins folder and your capital letters LSPDFR. Go ahead and open up your stop the pad INI file, which is known as your configuration settings. Go ahead and do that, and let me make this big here. All right, so it's the same thing I told you all in Police Redefined. If you watched the video to that one, this is you all's game in the end. I think you guys is knowledgeable now in order to go ahead and put your own stuff in or how you want to play you all's game. But let me make a recommendation like I did over in the other one. All right. I'm still going to tell you about the plugin and what I normally use and what's coming. All right. So if you use this right here, if you change anything inside, don't have to be this one, but anything inside of your LSPDFR, you're going to change a function for a function. In other words, say like from F1 to F2. If you want, and function for a function, letter for a letter, key for a key, left control to right control on that, enter button, backspace button, or something like that. All this here in the end is just common sense. That's all it is right here in the end on how you guys want to play your LSPDFR. I'm still going to tell you the stuff I normally put in mine, but I'm not going to go through everything. All right. So let's go ahead and dive right into it right here. Now, on Police Redefined, you had 4 to 5 menus that you guys had to actually open up in each category. All right. This one right here is only going to be, including Ultimate Backup, it's going to be 3 menus on this one. That's all it is to it. All right. So this is your main key right here. This is your main key right here. You have to press it twice. Stop pad key equals E. I usually change that E over to AK. All right, because this just makes more sense to me. And then your context menu, which is going to be your ground menu. Whenever you got the pet arrested, you're checking for the drugs and the alcohol, the breathalyzer, and stuff like that. This common sense to me is just G's and ground. And this is a fun one right here, but I don't use it myself. The key to use gunpoint to make a PED as pursuit target. In other words, you're going to point your gun at them, and guess what? You're going to start a pursuit like that by pressing the letter T. I actually don't do that at all. So what I'm going to do is hit left control V's and Victor for none on that. I don't use that. And shortcut to quick grab the pad. I do use this one right here. I want to put, if you do anything to this one, I'm going to put in a capital P for this one right here. So I'll know to either quit to grab the pad. And this modifier key right here, I do not use it at all. The more I've got off my controller, the better off I am. All right, and then to tackle a player, that's going to be your backspace button here. Key to boost player when sprinting a few seconds. In other words, when he's running, it's going to be your enter key. I don't use that at all on that one. And then shortcut the pat down. The stop pad here. I'm going to leave that as F10. You can search a dead body, just like on Police Redefined 2 as well. You search a dead body, and you can pat them down, and also you can actually search their vehicle. All right, and then key to call for prisoner transport. I'm going to leave that as D8. And what that D stand for, guys, is it's a code. It's a code of what it is. That is going to be your number 8, not numpad 8, but number 8 on your keyboard. The buttons down here is going to be on the same thing I just talked about above right here. So a lot of these right here, except for 2, it's going to be left control V right here. The menu, the general menu, the main menu, stuff like that is going to be none on mine. The pursuit key right there, point a gun. Now, and then this right here, I don't use this at all. Quick grab pad. You got to hit your D-pad left and your B button on that one. So I don't use that at all. The next one, guys, is going to be the 2 I do use, which is going to be button to tackle player right here. So I do use X. That reminds me of football when you're tackling a player. And then button to boost player on the speed. I usually use an A on mine because I'm thinking, well, okay, I'm using A. So, that tells me, my A button's down there too as well. That's on the controller. Your perimeters down here. Right here where it says take control, all PEDs arrested by LSPDFR cop. What this here, guys, is say like you're on a high-speed pursuit and you get the PED out, you get them arrested and everything, you got a good role play going on. Guess what, guys? It's rude if you leave that on yes, because a default LSPDFR cop is going to come and automatically take them to jail and leave you sitting. They don't care to one bit in this game. So if you want that, you can leave it as yes, but me, it's going to be no. The next thing down here, guys, is going to be the full screen mode down here. If I can find it, full screen right here. This may force search result to be displayed in full screen. So in other words, if you find anything either on the pad, inside of a vehicle, or on a dead body, or whatever the case may be, your game is going to pause and it's going to bring up a full screen result for you. All right. And that gets annoying after a while. So if you guys want that, you can change that. If you guys want to change it, if you guys don't want to change it, want it in full screen, leave it alone. But me, no, because I like everything above my mini map. And then I think your next one is going to be your perimeters down here, or what I normally use. No, wait a minute. We got one more to go, which is going to be your realistic system here. Whether you want to turn on the realistic system on startup. So in other words, what this here is, guys, and we'll put this to the test too as well. If you guys want your realistic weapons, which is from Simple Trainer, if you want that turned on, just leave that as you want to leave that as yes. But if you switch this over to no, that means you have to go in there manually and actually put that in yourself. But normally I play with this in no, because I like to load everything up myself. But I'm going to test the waters on this one, guys. So I'm going to leave this as yes. All right. And then we got calm the pad. We're almost done. Prisoner transport down here. Prisoner transport. There is one thing I do change on here. Matter of fact, it's twice down here. If I can find it, and it's right here. I passed it up. The siren lights and sound setting for prisoner transport. All right, so prisoner transport siren lights arrival. In other words, it's going to be the lights. That's all it's going to be. So siren lights arrival, and you want to leave that as yes. On the depart, you want no, because I tell you why. You want them blurring lights and siren out of your scene, pretty much. The scene's already over. I just leave that as no. But the siren sound arrival. All right, arrival, not depart, but arrival. You want that as yes. and your siren sound depart as no. So in other words, one more time, on your lights, on your siren lights arrival and your siren sound arrival. All right, that is going to be arriving on scene. Now the depart, to me, the scene's over. They shouldn't be blurring their lights and siren. You know, go back to jail. You get hurt. That's on you. That's the way I look at it. All right, and then we got tow service down here. I believe that is it for this. That is it, guys, on this one. Go to File, go to Save. You made any changes, and go ahead and close out. The next one down here is going to be your ultimate backup configuration settings. Now, there's only two things I change on here. We'll go for this inside the game, too. Toggle menu key right here. This is going to be your menu key to actually for your backup key. I just changed that over to a capital U for ultimate. All right, because I think 85 to 90% uses U under ultimate backup for their menu as U. All right, and then now I'm sorry, there's three things I change on here. Keyboard shortcut to panic mode. I don't use this at all. So in other words, if you want to start a panic button here, you have to hit your right control T and numpad 0. I like Grammar Police to do that for me. So it's going to be left control V and Victor on that one and on this one. If I can get it picked off here. Keyboard shortcut for group. All right. I don't use this at all right here. What this here is you can, let's see. This is your group backup key right here. I don't use this at all. Left control V and left control V for that modifier key. I don't use it. All right. And then right down here, this is very important down here in the end. Set to yes or no to set the state siren lights during code 2 situation. So in other words, code 2 normally means if it's a usually it means lights and no sirens. All right, that's what it means most of the time. But in this state here where I'm at, you got to have lights and siren blurring all the time. If you're using the lights, you got to use your siren unless you are parked. Then you can turn off your siren. But you can't go down the road and having lights on but no siren going to the emergency, because they can really get in trouble for that. So normally I change this over to no myself right here, and how I explained it. But guys, that is going to wrap it up. Go to File, go to Save on your ultimate backup, and then go ahead and close out. And your last one down here is going to be your compilot INI file. This one here is going to be short too. Your open computer key. All right. This is going to be inside of your car, inside your vehicle. All right. People's call me crazy for this, but a lot of people don't understand this too as well. Open computer key. I use a capital L on mine. All right. And then no modifier key on this one. Now, open tablet key. This is two different functions right here. Two different codes, should we say. Open computer key is L. That's inside your vehicle. And once you're outside, open tablet key, it's going to be your left control key and your numpad 0. All right. And then I want to put a capital L on that one too, because to me that makes sense, because it's two different codes, two different functions, two different languages. So, and then down here, that modifier key, left control V. I don't use these modifier keys. And your buttons down here, which is going to be your controller. It's going to be D-pad right on this one. I'm going to put left control V on the controllers down here. And then right down here where it says whether to pause the game while you got your compilot open. All right. I don't want my game paused, none whatsoever. I like to keep it running. I want to go no on this one. All right. If you like your game paused, you can try yes. All right. And then down here, enable granting transition screen. All right. And then what this here is when you get ready to open up your computer or your tablet, whatever the case may be, that is going to fade out in the background and give you like a old school blur in the background. Me, I don't use that. I like to know what's going on. And you also hit, if you want that, you leave it as yes. You want to change it, go to no. I like to see what everything's going on around me. If you guys made any changes, go to File, go to Save on this one, and go ahead and close out. So there's one thing I want you guys to do right real quick. Click on this Grand Theft Auto 5 tab here, and then scroll down until you see the Rage plugin hook. Go ahead and click on it and holding your left shift button key in, and that's going to bring up your Rage plugin hook settings like this. Now you can go ahead and close out of your main directory, and then your timeout threshold, make sure that it's at 60,000. If you guys is following me, it's going to be F2. If not, defaulted to F4. Go to your plugins tab, and as you can see right here, we are different from the stop. We are different here on your standalone plugins, different from your police redefined standalone plugins. So it should read like this right here. And once you all get done checking everything, go ahead and save and launch. And guys, I will see you all inside part 4 in-game showcase inside of our LSPDFR. Alright guys, welcome inside to the in-game showcase of your Stop the PED, Ultimate Backup, and your comping lot inside of our LSPDFR. Appreciate you all coming in. Let's dive right into it. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up to the PED right here, and you're going to hit your button to get their attention, which is going to be the button twice.
Wait a sec, buddy.
He's going to turn around, and then you're going to open up the Stop the PED menu, which is going to be the PED action menu you actually going to come up on. The button you have to hit twice is what you got to use in order to get the PED's attention, even inside the vehicle, and I'll show you that in the last and final showcase. So you want to ask for an ID card here or a driver's license. In this case, I'm going to ask for an ID card. And there is a tutorial for that too as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and holler for a PED check here. 222 dispatch. I need a PED check on a Daniel Anderson DOB 628 2006. And it's going to run his PED check for grammar. And then we're all good right here. So so now if you want to look up some information right real quick, all you're going to do is hit your button to bring up your Callout tablet. Remember, I changed mine over to L. So I'm going to bring mine up here. And then I'm going to go to PED Action. I'm going to go to PED Records and look up this Daniel Henderson right real quick, just to make sure it matches up with the dispatcher. And so far, it has actually matched up so far. So I don't think he's 19 years old. So that, you know, that's just my book. That's in my case, but he don't look 19 to me. But anyway, now what you guys is going to do, if you bring up your PED action menu again, you can question the PED. You can ask them to sit down. You can actually grab them. You can have you to follow you around and stuff like that. Now I made them sit down. So if I just said bring up your PED action menu again, which is going to be that double tap button that you selected or letter you selected, and now I'm just going to get the PED up like this. Alright, and then he's going to turn back around, and then you all got a choice here between field sobriety test here. You can give them a drug swab, give them a breathalyzer test and a drug swab on the spot if you guys wanted to. So and then what I want to do now is I'm going to search this PED, hit your button. It should be a function button that actually has done that for you. Mine's going to be F10 as I left the default, and then right here is stop the PED ammunition for their pat down. And right now we have found a bong and a metal spoon with black powder. So right now I'm not got no vehicles up here, but we'll do a next test on our next section when we get a vehicle pulled over. So I just wanted to show you all the same thing I did over there in PR was the how it works just by doing it, pad to pad, and then we'll go over ultimate backup too as well in the next session. But guys, you guys get the point on that right there. I'm just gonna let this guy go. Today's his lucky day. I'm gonna let him go.
I'll cut you a break.
Maybe not. Maybe not. I ain't gonna catch you no break. Now I'm gonna hit D-pad right here to restrain the deceased here. So guys, that's gonna wrap it up for this the portion of part 4. Part 5 is going to be what you see right here. It's going to be EUP uniforms. It's going to be inside. It's going to be our EUP menu. That is all coming up next on part 5 of our LSPDFR. I'll see you back here in just a second. Alright guys, welcome into part 5 of the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial. Stop the PED edition. I appreciate you all coming in here, looking at this, and trusting me to help y'all's game out, and even trying to build it from scratch up. That's the reason why it's called a basic. And today's date is going to be December the 2nd, 2025 at 10:52 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I'm sitting at. Let's dive right in this part 5. And this part right here, we're going to be installing the EUP menu and the uniforms inside of our LSPDFR. Let's dive right into it. So the first download link you're going to click on below, which is going to be your EUP menu 2.3.0.0 by Peer, Guard, and one other. Go ahead and download this file and agree to download. If it asks you, and it's going to take you straight into the download. The next one you need is going to be your emergency uniform pack, Law and Order 9.3.1. This is by Alex Ashford. Hear me out, guys, on this right here. Everything that we're doing in this series right here, in this part, you're going to have to put this in order the way I am showing you all. If you all go out of order by any chance, your uniforms is not going to go inside of your LSPDFR. So this is very important. So make sure you get the EUP menu first, and then the emergency uniform pack, Law and Order 9.3.1. Download the file and agree to download if it asks you, and make sure that you guys get the OpenIV file. It does say 8.3, but guys, it is a 9.3. The author to the title didn't change the number when he updated the plugin. So just go or the OpenIV. So it is a 9.3. You need that OpenIV. Your next one is going to be your emergency uniform pack, Serve and Rescue 1.5. This is also by Alex Ashford. Go ahead and download this file and agree to download, and make sure you get the EUP Serve and Rescue 1.5 Open 4. Grab that one. Your last one you must have is the EUP menu configurations 9.3. Make sure you do this. This is by Joe C. Wilson, and this here was updated on November the 8th. So go ahead and download this file and agree to download if it asks you, and then whip all 4 files after on your desktop. And remember, we are opening up in RimWire. Next thing you need, guys, is your is your GTA 5 main directory. Come down to your File Explorer, right click on it, and go to that Pin to Quick Access Grand Theft Auto 5, and make sure that you're still on the Stop the PED edition and not on the PR. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. And the next thing you need is going to be your Open 4. Come down to the Open 4 where it's recommending your taskbar, and go to that click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 for Windows. And let that be loaded on in. And let me make this one ready too. And then let me go ahead and make this ready here. And then what we're going to do is the first thing you need to do, now keep in mind, we're going to have to download these in order. So the first thing you need is going to be your EUP, the EUP-MENU right here. Open up the folder. Let me open up the RimWire. Let me make this one ready. Go to Files. And all you need is that plugins folder. That's all you need out of this one. The Rage Data UI, it is out of date. Do not drag and drop, but you can on these on the plugins. That's the one we're going to get. Left click, drag and drop inside your main directory, and then go ahead and refresh on it and close out of your EUP-MENU RimWire. And the next one you need here, guys, is going to be your Law and Order 8.3. This looks like a blank sheet of paper with a fold over it. What you guys is going to do, you're going to take this OpenIB file, drag it down here to your Open 4 like this, and then simply drop it in, and that's going to start a package installer for the 8.3. Remember, it is a 9.3. Go ahead and click on Install Mods folder, and then confirm installation. According to how fast your computer should be, it shouldn't take that much. It shouldn't take that long at all to download. But just like that right there, I believe mine is done. And then go ahead and close out. The next one you need out of here, make sure you wake your Open 4 up. The next one you need is going to be your Serve and Rescue OpenIV file. Get this one right there. Left click, drag and drop inside your Open 4. That's going to say Serve and Rescue Package Installer 1.4. But trust me, guys, it is a 1.5. That's just a file on the editor. Go ahead and install, and then mods folder, and confirm installation. Go ahead and do that. Let that be downloaded on in. And then once that gets done, go ahead and close out. And then now what you guys are going to do is you're going to take this EUP configuration settings right here. And let me make this one ready. Go into this right here, and go into the modification files. And then you got a choice right here between the BCSO vintage version, the green taser version, or the original version. I'm always pick the original version myself. I'm gonna go ahead and click on that one. Now you got a choice here too between body cameras, no hats, patrol vests with body cameras, patrol vests, body cameras, and antennas, or you can go with standard. I'm gonna go with standard on mine. And then you got a choice here between normal, rain, and snow. I want to go with normal on mine. Click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, and you're going to take both of these folders right here, the Small Caps, LSPDFR, and your plugins folder. Now, if you remember back on the Police Redefined, you all stay right there. You click on plugins and go to LSPDFR. Remember, we had to open this Ultimate Backup folder up in order to put these 3 files inside of Policing Redefined. This time around, you don't have to do that, because inside of your main directory, if you follow the pathway of the plugins, capital letters LSPDFR, and right there's your Ultimate Backup. And then right here, guys, is going to be your custom regions, default regions, and your special units. It's all going to be right there in this one. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to take your LSPDFR folder and your plugins folder. Highlight both of them, left click, drag and drop inside of your FF Photo file main directory, and it may ask you to replace a file or two. I can't remember the actual files on. It's going to be 12 files on that one. So go ahead and replace, and then go ahead and close out of your configuration settings on this one, and you're open for. Now what we need to do is come on down here, scroll down here until you see the Rage plugin hook here. You go ahead and click on it inside your main directory, or your left shift button key in. Let that be loading up your Rage plugin hook settings. You go ahead and close out of your main directory, and you click on your plugins tab here, and what you guys is looking for is that EUP-MENU, because it is a standalone plugin. Go ahead and check it, and go ahead and save and launch. And guys, I will be inside of part 5 of the in-game showcase coming up inside of our LSPDFR. All right, guys, welcome inside to part 5 in-game showcase of our LSPDFR EUP-MENU Stop the PED edition. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So what you guys are going to do in order to bring up your EUP-MENU, hit F11 on your keyboard, and then that's going to also bring up your spotlight too as well. I can't remember exactly where we had that at, but you got if it's brought up, all you gotta do is just close it out, and then right there is your EUP-MENU. All you're going to do is go down here to Law and Order like this, and you're going to select a uniform that you like, and then you're going to select it. Mine's going to be LSPD Los Santos, and then you go through here and pick out the one you want, and then I want to come down here and just pick out mine, and mine is going to be Class C, like that right there, and because it's got that vest, that bulletproof vest and stuff like that, the radio. That's one of my favorite ones. Now, if you hit your backspace button, you can go to wardrobe, and you go ahead and create you an outfit if you guys want to, and you can even name your character on this one, like that right there. You can have it sung. You can have a backward hat if you guys want to. Whatever your heart desires on that one right there. I'm gonna go ahead and do mine right real quick, because I know what mine is, like that right there. Just go through and pick one. You guys, what you want. There's your mask deal, like a pig and skeleton and all that. But once you all get done doing that right there, make sure you hit save and continue on whatever you guys pick. And that's going to be, and if you named it, it should be whatever you named it. And every time you come in here, all you're going to do is hit F11, and we're going to change that inside of our in our directory here in just a minute. And if you go to Law and Order like this, if you go to wardrobe and you go to your name, and that's how you're going to load your police character or your serve and rescue character. Guys, that's going to do this for part 5 inside of our LSPDFR. I'll be back in part 6 to show you all how to install a vehicle. That is all coming up in part 6, the last and final. We'll see y'all here in just a second. Alright guys, welcome inside to the last and final part, to part 6, to the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial, Stop the PED edition. I appreciate you all coming in here, especially if you guys made it out this long right here. You guys is the awesome ones. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So the last and final part we're going to do is, you see it right here on your screen. We're going to install this vehicle pack, and we're going to install a call out too as well. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. The first thing I want you guys to do, there's only one adjustment we need to do, and it's very simple. Come down to your File Explorer, right click on it, and go to that pinned quick access Grand Theft Auto 5, and make sure that you guys are still in the Stop the PED addition to your main directory. So let me make this one ready here. And then what you guys need to do is go to your plugins folder, and then come up here to your EUP folder right here, and then go ahead and click on your settings, which is known as your INI file. Go ahead and do that, and let me make this one big. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to change this F11 if you guys want to follow me. If not, you can leave it as default. But I want to change this over to a F3. The reason why we're doing that is because if you followed me after this whole tutorial, all right, I got you set up on your function buttons pretty good, all right? Your F1 is your simple trainer. Your F2 should be your Rage plugin hook console. L3 is now your EUP-MENU, and your L4 button is your start, traffic start and stop and cancel button. Pretty much what that is. So I got you all together instead of all spaced out, the way it normally is. Your F5, your F6, your F7, and your F8 should be all blank on where you guys you add more stuff in if you guys need to. Your F9, I think it's blank. F10, I think that is simple trainer. I'm sorry, not simple trainer, but simple HUD. F11, I believe it's your spotlight, and your F12 button is going to be your screenshot, but you can add something into that if you guys need to. So that was the purpose of setting this up from F1 to F4. So if you guys made any changes to this one right here, and I would recommend don't change nothing except for the settings on here. Go to File, go to Save, and close out. All right. Now let's go ahead and install the last two plugins, and the first one is going to be the vehicle pack. So come down here to your go down to the link down below, which is going to be your ELS Legacy Los Santos the Police Pack 1.1 by Torres. Go for these pictures here. I got them on my desktop there, guys, and I'm telling you, this is a great looking pack to have inside of your game. So go ahead and download the file and agree to download if it asks you. That's going to take you straight into the download. The next one, guys, the only thing I can think of is a good call out pack, especially if you're wanting to get started in the LSPDFR. Go ahead and let's go top notch with your 686 call outs by Charlie 686. I will start out with this pack right here, guys, because I did when it did came out. He's been out for a very long time, and he does good with his call out packs and stuff like that. And I love this little call out pack right here. And this is how I started, and I'm just showing you all exactly how I started out things. So go ahead and download the file and agree to download if it asks you, and then it's going to take you straight into the download with both files out there on your desktop, and we are still opening up in RimWire. All right, the next thing we need now is Open 4. Come down to your Open 4. Down here in your taskbar, go ahead and click on it, and click on that Grand Theft Auto 5 for Windows. Let it be loading on in, and while that is loading on in, go ahead and take this, come back to your main directory, and click on this Grand Theft Auto 5 tab inside your folder here, and that's going to bring you back into your main directory. All right, let me make this one ready. And the first one you're going to do, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Go ahead and do your 686 callouts here. Go ahead and open up that RimWire or 7-zip. Click on the folder, and you need the LSPDFR, small caps, because that's got your audio, your plugins folder, left control and click, and your callout interface API.dll. If anything completes on this right here, we will come back in and we'll show you all how to replace that callout interface API. But for right now, left control and click on that one. And you need all these files right here except for the installation, because that's what we're doing right now. Left click, drag it over here to your main directory, and simply let that file in. And then that is going to move about some files and your audio files and stuff like that over into your main directory. It should be done here any moment now. Now, you've already got a callout interface API in here. Just go ahead and replace that destination. Go ahead and do that, and go ahead and refresh on your main directory, and go ahead and close out of your rimwire 7-zip on this one. Go ahead and open up your legacy pack 1.1 here, which is going to be the ELS, and then we make this one ready right here, and then go ahead and click on your folder, and then go ahead and click on your VCL. We're going to get this out of the way. This right here turns on your lights, how it make your lights work and stuff like that. So if you click on your VCL here, and you're going to see every one of these files right here, the FBI down to sheriff2.xml, all the way down from here. All right. Now, I'm going to show you all something too, but we are going to drop these in. Come over here to your main directory, click on your ELS and your packet default, and stop right there. Come over here to your open4, do the exact same thing. You're going to click on your ELS and your packet default. All right, now you're going to see a XML police in both of these files down here. All right, you're going to see both of them down here. What you guys are going to do is I'm going to concentrate on one, but I'm going to drop it in the other. And if you guys is following me, I want you all to do the same thing. All right. Now, I'm going to be concentrating only on the main directory. All right. So I'm going to zoom in on my main directory, and then go ahead and take the files from here. All right. Go ahead and take the files inside of your rimwire or 7-zip, and it should read XML. You go ahead and highlight, left click, drag it down here to your open4. Yes, I said that. Drag it down here to your open4, and then watch your main directory, and go ahead and drop that in. All right, and you see how that appeared, like magic. That's what I was talking about. Between your open4 is your back door to your front door of your GTA 5 main directory. It's always been that way because you cannot mod any mods, or you can't do special things inside of your main directory. That's the reason why you got to have open4 for this one. So go ahead and refresh on your main directory. You can even go ahead and close out of your main directory. Go ahead and do that. And then and inside your rimwire or 7-zip here, go ahead and go one level back, and go ahead and go into this models only right here. These is your vehicles. All right. What you guys are going to do is go ahead and hit left control A's and add them, and highlight the entire content except for the 2 dots above. Come over here to your packet default. Come over here to your open4. You click on this GTA 5 tab. Go ahead and navigate to your folders and files for this one. Go to update. Go to time 64 and DLC patch. Roll down here till you see the patch day 20. It should be all the way down to the bottom. You got a choice right here if you guys want it. I've always used patch day 20. You can go patch day 21 all the way down to patch day 28 NG. All right. Now, I don't know too much about that, but I've heard other people talk. The later your patch day is, the better off you are. I've always used patch day 20. It's never gave me any problems, but you guys pick and choose. Like I said, this is your all's game. If you guys want to follow me, go ahead and click on this patch day in 20 NG, or pick the one that you want, and then go to dlc.rpl. Now, if it says show in MOS folder or copy in MOS folder, do one or the other. Mine's going to show in MOS folder, so I'm going to show mine, and it may take a second right there for it to copy over, and go to time 64, go to levels, go to GTA 5, and go to vehicles.rpl. These is the files right here we're going to put our vehicles in. I would not delete any of these vehicles that's in here. You can try it, but I would save it, but I would not try it. But your pounder is going to be your, I think it's the like a box truck, I think, and your Shamal is your airplane. All right, so just leave that the way it is. Now, right here, come back over here to your rim wire or 7-zip. This should be already highlighted from FBI to Sheriff 2. Go ahead and left click, drag it over here to your open 4, and just simply drop that in. And then once that gets done dropping in like that, you can click on the YFT. Don't click on the YTD, because that is going to, I think that is your vehicle skins, your, stuff like that. But if you click on your YFT, that is going to bring up your, on the vehicles that you can actually see. All right, now if you ever want to replace these vehicles, you can. All you want to do is come up here to your favorites, go to add the favorites, name that whatever you guys want. But I will put like maybe police here, or vehicles here, or whatever you guys want to call it. I'm already got my name. All right. So now go ahead and close out of your open 4. Go ahead and close out of your rim wire or 7-zip. One other thing we need to do right real quick is come down. Go ahead and reopen up your Stop the PED Grand Theft Auto 5 main directory inside of your File Explorer. And then go ahead and scroll down. Let me go ahead and make this big. Go ahead and scroll down here until you see the Rage plugin hook. We're going to open it up like this. Click on that right there and holding your left shift button key in for a few seconds. And that's going to bring up your Rage plugin hook settings right here. Go ahead and close out of your main directory. And then you're going to make sure everything's right before you load in for the very final time. Your console key, if you guys are following me, it's going to be F2. If not, defaulted to F4. Plug-in timeout threshold should be at 60,000, and we're not going any less than that. Click on your plugins tab here, and you're going to make sure every one of your plugins is actually loaded in. All right, you'll make sure every one of your plugins, standalone plugins, is actually loaded in. And go ahead and save and launch. And guys, this is going to be the last and final in-game showcase, the part 6 of the Stop the PED edition, all coming up inside of our LSPDFR. Alright guys, welcome inside to the last and final part 6 of the 2026 LSPDFR full basic install tutorial. Appreciate you all coming in here, hanging out with me for this long here, and trusting me how to do y'all's LSPDFR. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. So we're going to load in straight. We're going to go through everything. So if you bring up your Rage plugin hook console, should be F2. If not, F4 defaulted if you guys is following me. And then you're going to type in FOR for Force Duty. Hit your tab button, hit your enter button. That's going to load up your Stop the PED, Copyright, Grammar Police, everything else in between. Now your standalone plugin should be already in right here. And then next thing we're going to try out right real quick is we're going to hit our simple trainer. which is going to be L1. When all that right there goes down, and then you're going to go to weapons. You're going to remove all weapons, and then come down here to load and say menu, and then go up here where it says load weapons to slot 1, just like that. Now, if it disappears like that, I'm going to show you guys.
I'm out of rounds.
All right. So let me take this back down. If you bring up your
I wanted to fucking shoot those fucking workers.
if you bring up your contents menu, all right, it'll be one of those buttons I told you about earlier. Y'all can switch it to, you know, whatever you guys want to switch it to, and go down here where it says disable realistic weapon system. Go ahead and hit enter on that, and that is going to enable it. All right, and then bring up your simple trainer again, and then go into weapons. Go back into weapons load say menu, and right there where it says load all weapons to slot 1. Now, if you do that right there, that is going to be your weapon. That is going to be all your weapons right here. All right, now bring up your EUP menu. If you're following me, it's going to be F3. If not, default it to F11. And then you go down here and pick your uniform of your choice. I'm already got one made. Went ahead and went in just a little bit more further. Now the next thing we're going to do is bring in our vehicles. We just got done installing. Bring up the simple trainer again, and then go to vehicle spawning. Go to emergency, and then put one of the cruisers that you want to pick out. I'm gonna go with the police 3, which is this right here. This is the Ford Taurus, I believe. I'm gonna go with this one right here. Now let's check out the ELS right real quick. There's stage 1, stage 2, and then full stage 3 on that. If you're seeing my graphics pop a little bit, don't forget I told you all at the beginning of this, I'm also redoing mine game as well. So that is the graphics for me. This is Quan V in Reshade. I've actually got inside my game. If you guys got any questions on it, I will leave a link in the description down below. How you all can sign up and things like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go over our standalone plugins. The first one we're going to do right real quick is going to be Exxon body camera. Hit V's and Victor to go out. Right there, and you'll see that Exxon icon on the top right hand corner of your screen. Hit V as in Victor again for that dash cam. That should be a clear view on yours. Mine's going to be blurry. Get back in your vehicle here. What you guys are going to do is double tap O, and it's going to stop recording your Exxon. Do it, and then double tap O on your keyboard, and then that's going to start your body camera. All right, now let's try clear the way vein right real quick. And a good way to try this out here right real quick is the interstate. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to turn on your lights, turn on your siren, and then you're going to watch them actually clear out of your way. As soon as I get up to them, see that right there? That one cleared out of the way. Do a couple more here. And you know, clear the way V's working. Let's try out Spotlight. I just did a tutorial on that one not long ago. If you I as in Indian, that is going to turn on your spotlight right there. You can move it left, you can move it right. That's one of the things I did not go over, but I just made a tutorial on that one just the other day. Up on this recording here on December 6, 2025. We know Spotlight's working. Let's try out immersive effects, which is going to be your screen shake. You know that's working. Let's try out so what is the other one? Restrained deceased. Let me get up here on the middle of the highway up here. I'm out. I'm just going to start shooting random. Love that gun right there. Now you're going to come up to them and hit the D-pad right, and that is your restraint of the deceased. Right there, that was a gang member anyway. Next thing we're doing is turn off that engine right here where the tailpipe is smoking. Go ahead and hop out. Make sure everything's off, including your lights and siren. Go back here. You ain't got no tailpipe. That means your engine's been turned off. Automatic siren cutout. Turn on your siren, turn on your lights, and just hop out of your vehicle. Just like that. And then keep the door open. Hit L as in Frank. Hold it in, and that's how you keep your door open. One more time. L as in Frank. Hold it in, and that's how you keep your door open. Alright, so now you can tell our call-out interface is working. The plate is working. Now let's go and pull over a vehicle, because I'm already done a PED. I've already done a PED. On the last part. Let me see if I go find one, guys. I do appreciate you all coming in here looking at this video. You guys is the awesome ones. I'll just get this one right here. Hit F4 on your keyboard to start your start traffic. If not, be defaulted to your left shift key. Turn on your sirens. Just get up close to them and it'll blink. Just like that. Let's see if he pulls over. We're going to try to stop the PED. We're going to stop the PED, parking lot, and ultimate backup. We're going to try that. If he ever gets pulled over here. Man, I hate it when they do this to me. Every time I do a tutorial, this right here happens. This right here, cockpit happens every single time. Alright, so they have came to a stop. What we're going to do is we're going to try out Grammar Police 2. 222 dispatch, show me on a traffic stop on US Route 15. Stand by for a 28.
10-4, X-ray 222. Radio copies, and I have you on scene.
That little voice right there you heard is from Blue Line Dispatch. It's from by Blue Line Vibes. I will link his description down on the bottom too. Telling you all how you can actually get the Blue Line Dispatcher from Blue Line Vibes. I'll leave that link in the description. He's got a Patreon page too as well. So, and that's the only way to get it. And he does got a new one coming out here pretty soon, which is going to be probably after this recording. When it does come out, he's got a brand new one coming out on, matter of fact, I think it's next week up on this recording date. Dispatch, I need a plate check on a Nancy Charlie 21 Boy Frank Victor, occupied 2 times. There's your Callout.
Copy, I'll run that plate through the system.
Perfect.
Nora, Charlie, 2, 1, Boy, Frank, Victor. The system check shows that vehicle information is expired. Cross-check the system, and it's showing they have an active warrant.
Alright, so let's go ahead and try out Coffee Light right real quick before we get code 2 back up. Go ahead and hit L on your keyboard. That's going to bring up your compy light. Let's say you left it to default, and I forgot what the default was, but if you following me, it's going to be L as in Lincoln inside your vehicle. You're going to go to PED records. Now, one of these two here has actually got a warrant. So let's go ahead and go with this Daniel Collin. He's got a arrest warrant for aggravated assault, and Jay West has got, there's two of them in here that's actually got 1 and 2 as well. So, and then you can bring up the vehicle records just to show what the dispatch just hollered at, and it's got an expired registration. Well, now let's go ahead and do ultimate backup. But if you left it as default, it's going to be B as in boy. If you change it like me, it's going to be U as in ultimate. That's going to bring up your backup menu for ultimate backup. You go felony stop, traffic stop, code 2, code 3. So in other words, we're going to go with felony stop here, and let's do state.
Copy, I'll get him en route. In San Andreas.
Alright, so that's going to take them a minute to get here, which they're coming right now.
Central Los Angeles 8143 on scene.
Copy, 8143 on scene, code 39.
Is different from policing redefined, but I'm still torn between both ways on this. So if I go F as in Frank, I'm gonna hold my door open, and I'm just gonna get my gun. I'm just gonna get my machine gun out like this right here.
20 David, can I get your head over?
And you just want to point to him, and that is going to come
20 David,
out.
copy. Hold 19.
He's automatically going to get his hands up, and he's going to start walking back to you. Once he does that right
Want to
there,
go to the
he's going to
cage
drop
with
to
the
his
other
knees,
animals? Then shut it!
Sam 37.
hands behind his head.
1037,
I
just
got you
south
covered.
11.
Copy, 1811.
So here comes the state finest here. He's going to come up, and then he's going to arrest him, and then take him back, and we're going to proceed with the passenger.
Asshole.
Look at this idiot!
There's no escape!
Just like this right here. Now he's going to take him back. You're going to stay in position, and then go ahead. When they get in position, they're going to go ahead and do passenger right there. Now I'm going to play this out with passenger. Passenger.
Out of the
Come
car
on out.
now!
Put your hands up. Face
Hands up,
away
creep
from
pie,
me.
right now!
Come back. Sound of my voice. Come back. Come back. Come back. Stop.
Ever hear of a 444?
Get on your knees.
Don't make
Spread
me
them out
show
like,
you.
lock them in behind you. Do not move. Now, second officer's going to come up, and they're going to arrest him too.
You have the right to remain silent or cry like a bitch.
Whoa,
Typical
really?
fucking asshole.
All right, so you're going to wait until they disappear like this. And then we're going to go up here and do a sweep on this vehicle up here. 222 dispatch, be aware that we're going to be doing a vehicle sweep.
10-4. You need EMS?
Negative.
10-4.
Alright, so we got that out of the way. Now let's go ahead and search the vehicle. If you got it defaulted, if you got your change it by any chance, you're gonna bring up the search like this right here. That's going to begin searching this. And double bag full of money and a baseball bat. So, and then now we're gonna come back here and actually search the PED. Right back here, it's gonna be the same button you did with the vehicle, like this. And you can tell his eyes is dilated, and he looks like he's got a small bag of Coca-Cola and some prescription pills he got from looks like from Walgreens, I guess. Gotta be careful what you say on YouTube. Come back here to the passenger. You can do the same thing. You pat him down like this right here. Okay, so he's got some vent right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and hit your context menu. Mine's under G as in ground. because we are on the ground, and you go for evidence check and stuff like that, I'm automatically going to check for narcotics right here, because I don't think we found a gun. And then these two right here. Alright, so I'm going to go with the pills. And then you got a choice here to text them with. I'm going to go with Mata. See what it says here. Okay, that turnout is negative. Let's go to LS. That's negative. Let's go to Fent. And it has to be the good old PCP pipes. It is for PCC pipes, alright? And then you go down here to the other one if you want to. Test that. You got your other options to check that out with. Go to map. Go to, it's positive for her, so we got both of them on that. Now, if you want to bring your coffee light up on the outside of your vehicle, hit the same button. Mine's going to be L as in Lincoln to bring up the tablet on the outside of your vehicle. And then you're going to go ahead and just arrest them here. He was the driver, so we're going to sign him up with, we'll go vehicle operation. We're going to go, he ran a red light. Oh, here's some, let's see, what's that at? Running a red light in town. And then we'll say, third descendant. So that gives us a reason to actually give him actually reason. It can go up to where it says open action menu and then submit those charges. Alright, now you come over here to your arrest report over here. As you can tell, it looks like he's got a long list of charges right there. We're going to create a new one here, and we're going to go to drug possession. And he has some hair and some PCC pipe. So that's what we're going to go with. Go up and then hit the backspace button or the open action menu, and then submit those charges like that. Now on Mr. West, he wasn't driving, so I ain't going to cite him, but we are going to arrest him with PCP and air. So we're going to do that, and then go ahead and both of them had a warrant too as well. You go down here to where it says non-violent crimes, hit your up button, and there's your warrant for arrest. Right there, go back, hit open action menu, submit those charges. Oh, he's got 3 charges on him. And then we forgot to do this one right here, create. And then we're going to go with non-violent, and then the warrant for arrest. And then do this. Alright. Tell you what, I'm going to do another one right real quick. We'll say he was speeding too under 15. Alright, so there's his citation for that. Now hit page down, just like this, and now he's going to be cited. So you're going to read him his rights and stuff like that, and then after that, you question him by bringing up stop the PED action menu. You can pat him down still. You can actually give him a breathalyzer. Either you can do it by your buddy, or you can do it yourself, however you want to do it. We'll just give him a little
Thank you.
quick tip on that, and then he's going to be negative on that, and then you can still question him if you want to. You can say narcotic questions, which this is it right here. Vehicle questions. You can ask them, did you know the registration has expired? I'm sorry, I must have forgotten. So, you know, things like that. However you guys want to do your role play, that's totally left up to you. And then you can request a PED check too as well. You can do it for stop the PED. or you can actually holler at Grammar Police too as well. You can do that. That's my birthday. I was born in 77. 222 dispatch request a pet check on a annual call. And then that's going to come back as him just by doing Grammar Police. And then now what I'm going to do is I'm going to call for backup. 222 dispatch.
Central Control copies. Go with your radio traffic.
Dispatch request prisoner transport. And then that's going to pop up, and then you just put them in one vehicle. If you
Copy,
want to,
I'll
or
route
you
you a unit.
separate.
On Palomino Freeway.
All right, and then I'm going to come back here right real quick and do a tow on this one. Dispatch request tow. And that's going to bring that up for you and go with large flatbed.
Dispatch copies. I got a flatbed from Speedy Towing inbound. Copy, I'll route you a unit.
All right,
In
so
San
here comes
Andreas.
the tow truck. They're getting ready to be sent off to jail, things like that. But guys, that is going to do it for this tutorial. I hope to help y'all out any way, shape, form, or fashion when it comes to this game. And guys, I will see you guys in the next one. You all take care of yourself for this coming year, and I will see you guys in the next one. And I am going. Peace out, guys.